Hi, everybody. Hi, everybody.
Oh,
Sorry, I don't
hello,
know what came
hello.
over me.
Back
Sorry, I don't
for
know what
another
came over
episode
me.
of Glasgow
Sorry.
Kiss. I feel like I need to come up with a better name for that because it's not silly and goofy enough, and we are a silly, goofy bunch. I am John, your dungeon daddy, and I will be running this cavalcade of mystery, shenanigans, and chicanery for all of you. You can find me on the internet only on the Instagram currently because I'm saying fuck you to TikTok for a brief hiatus at the underscore history underscore wizard. We're gonna go around as always. I say as always as if we haven't only done this once before in the order of the people that I currently have the biggest crush on. This is to say that I do in fact have a crush on everyone on stream right now, but we are going to start with Jubilee for today.
Yeah. Hello, my name is Jubilee, Titan of Joy on TikTok. I use she or they pronouns. And I had to go to the hospital last night, so I will not be very chatty.
Oh no. Do you want to tell people the character that you're playing super quick
Oh,
before we
that's
move on
probably
to the
more
next person?
important than my personal stuff. I
No,
play.
no, 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 no,
I
no, no, no,
play.
no, 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 no. We want to know about the hospital issues more than we want to know about the character that you're playing. I guarantee you.
That's fair. Local trans woman chokes on her own meat. News at 11. Anyway, I play Victoria Jericho, a Githyanki cleric who's yeah, she's
Uh,
quickly becoming the mom of the group, as I usually end up. And I'm
uh,
okay with this.
Forge domain, I believe. Yes.
Yes, yes. Forge domain.
Amazing. Amazing. As I attempt to recover from Jubilee's hypersexualized joke, Ian, would you please save me?
Fuck yeah! Yo, everybody, my name is Ian. Wow, it's Ian. On every internet place where I am being on the internet. I am playing Nimbus, who is a storm sorcerer. Ooh, ooh, and my pronouns are she, they. Boom, nailed it. Mic drop.
My pronouns are just any of them, whichever one you prefer. Yes, even those ones. Jubilees are real quick.
Oh, she day.
Thank you. Um, and then next up in the order of just absolute tomfuckery is going to be Ben.
Hello, I'm Ben, Brotherhood of Evil Gays on TikTok, and I am playing Melvin Kaminsky, who he uses he, him pronouns, he thinks. He's not too sure. He's not really dedicated to gender, and he's also been cursed to speak only in rhyme. Or is he just fucking with everyone, just speaking in rhyme? It's a world we never know.
Um, yeah, I mean, listen, it's not like you're literally playing Gene Wilder in, fucking Blazing Saddles.
True.
Melvin Kaminsky is actually Mel Brooks' real name.
I know.
He
Oh, I didn't
rode
realize
a
that.
blazing saddle.
Um,
He wore a shining star.
Fourth, certainly not least, because there is one more. I always feel bad for the person who has to wind up going last, but Dylan, please save me from my ramblings.
Excellent. Hello, I am Dylan. You can find me as Critical Lens, both on TikTok as well as Instagram. I also have an Instagram, Dylan the Story Maker, where I do a bunch of playwriting stuff. Because I do that in addition to all my Jewish and pop culture nonsense. I use both he, him, and she, her pronouns, just not they, them. And I am playing Bungarn Boulder Strike, a little gnome sorcerer who maybe has gone a little very insane. Um, yeah, be wary of my bugs.
Amazing, 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 amazing. I thought that you were playing a warlock.
No, I'm a sorcerer.
I have that written down wrong in my notes. Then I have to fix that.
You fool!
How dare
I
you? You've been bamboozled. You've
I've
been
been bamboozled,
Bungarn-boozled.
or I just read things
Barboozled.
wrong. Dylan. Yeah, I have warlock written down. Brewer and warlock. What kind of sorcerer?
Great question.
I know that Ian is a storm sorcerer and that Ben is a divine soul. I could have sworn that you were some kind of warlock.
No,
Uh,
I'm a exploited I'm a warlock multi-class.
I know, but I'm talking about sorcerers because trying to stall for time.
And the answer is, I don't know.
Figure
I
it out.
don't.
That's better.
Full
That's even
disclosure
better.
for the audience, I don't play sorcerers very much. I play barbarians, so this is a
Listen,
very
listen,
interesting experience for
listen.
me.
The
Oh,
longer
shadow
it
magic.
takes you to, oh, that's right. That's right. We're just gonna start making you roll on the wild magic search table anyway.
It's
Now
just gonna
you
be every single time. I'll just be a different sorcerer type.
now you've
You can call
decided.
it the God cucking table or whatever.
Exactly. It's like,
Um,
wait, weren't you a shadow sorcerer a while ago? Oh no, now I'm elemental.
See, the good thing is
Keep
that
them
like
guessing.
every level you can just take a new sorcery heritage. You're like the cat of. So fun fact about cats is that one female cat can have a litter of cats from multiple male cats. This is not to say that one baby can have multiple dads because that's not how genetics work, but maybe that's how sorcerers work. And you've just got some of every sorcery bloodline in you. Who knows? We'll find out. Um,
Stay tuned.
Last but certainly not least, the greatest hair amongst us, the cutest
Okay.
smile, the most sass, Chaya.
Hello, I'm Haya Ella. I'm Butterfly Astrophysics on TikTok and any other places I exist, which is not very many these days. But I am playing Aurora Starcaller, the Firbolg druid who's just trying her best. She's really just trying her best.
So far, her best is just god dang fucking adorable. Who wants to let the wonderful audience of just so many people that I'm sure are here right now and that I will never check the number of and no one will ever tell me, who wants to let them know what we did last time?
I believe Ian has a
Oh,
recap prepared.
oh, Ian, please, 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 let the listening audience know what we did 2 weeks ago.
All right, motherfuckers, strap in and get ready for a ride. Here we go! Tell me, recap for me what happened on last episode of the Glasgow Kiss by Trans Tales, which is live streaming right now currently.
Oh, absolutely. So, our epic adventurers proceeded into the caves of darkness. I know, aptly named. And they proceeded to the cavern of Cliff.
Okay.
After getting through the cavern of Cliff, the adventurers ended up at the pit of Deep.
Now, was it deep?
Yes.
Okay.
But not as deep as the name would suggest, but it was decent.
Okay.
Yes, indeed. In the pit of Deep, your adventurers found the remnants of a campsite that looked like it had been abandoned several weeks prior by the bandits that you are currently chasing.
The campsite of camping, was
Yes.
it called, I believe?
It was named the campsite of camping. Well, actually, more like the campsite of long forgotten camp. Indeed, yes. In there, you found the orb of prophecy.
Sure, yeah. Did it
Uh,
prophesy something?
It did indeed, but the prophecy so far is jarbled. It is in Deep Elvish.
Oh, fuck, shit. This bit is going too long. Brrrr! Trans Tales! That's the thing we're doing now! Woo! That was the thing! There you go, folks. Thank you for tuning
Amazing.
in. I'm sure you know
excellent, perfect.
everything that happened last week.
I feel so informed.
Ian, you're a menace.
I'm a menace to
Oh.
society!
I now know absolutely everything that happened in the game that I ran 2 weeks ago.
I
I
thought I knew
definitely
everything I
heard.
know.
Well, that's
Every
convenient.
single word of that. So, Jubilee has just stepped through a door and set off a trap.
Whoops.
Spikes have shot up through the ground to Victoria's foot and legs. She is bleeding onto the ground, and that blood is running into a central altar. through a series of runes carved into the ground. You have now all heard a voice rise in your brains. You don't hear it with your ears, you hear it inside your skull ears. And it shouts, "Who bleeds upon my altar?"
No one bleeds upon your altar.
Roll a
That
deception
is
check.
a fallacy, and you
Who's rolling the perception check?
Roll a deception check.
Oh,
Very fair.
I know you. I know your shit, Ben.
15.
Uh,
that's pretty good.
who now who dares to lie to me before my own blood-soaked altar in the center of my power?
I swear what I said wasn't a lie. You just need to chill out, my guy.
Be that you, Melvin Kaminsky?
Well, if you already know who we are, then I guess there's no point in telling you that I'm Victoria Jericho, and for bleeding on your altar, you're welcome.
Are
Victoria, you
you?
do have some nice blood. I say that as most people's blood is a dud.
How does it taste?
I'm sorry. Are you asking me how Victoria's blood tastes?
I mean, yeah.
Yeah,
Some people's blood is more iron than others. I don't know what you want. I'm asking a genuine question.
Roll me a persuasion check.
Listen, she was generous enough to give you her blood. The least you can do is say how it tasted.
Roll me a persuasion check.
I am doing. We are seeing how the hell this works. And ever decides to stop rolling. I think after this, I'm going back to just using D&D Beyond because it's taking so long.
You're using roll
in
20.
Roll20. Yeah, I'm trying.
Don't
I
use
figured I would
Roll20,
try
no.
the Roll20 one, and it's
Ripperoni.
No,
not
no, no, no,
working.
no. Never, never. 20 is
Okay.
great for hosting maps, but terrible for rolling dice.
Yeah. 11 plus. No, that's just 11.
Okay. Such an impertinent question from someone who trespasses on my domain and should be dead.
And I'm just being rude.
Sorry, trespasses? We didn't ask to be here. We just kind of got dumped.
Irrelevant. Here you
No,
are in my domain
Kind of
when you
relevant.
should be dead. None of you are supposed to be alive. Nimbus, Melvin, Bungon, Victoria,
I don't know if you've realized my shtick.
What about
Aurora.
I
me?
realize yours is being a dick.
Ew! I
Got
would
it.
like to high five Melvin.
I missed what Melvin said because I was trying to look up what his character's name was.
Well, you know what? I feel like that just proves Melvin's point.
Probably, but please let me know so that I can respond in some way, shape, or form to it.
I don't know if you've realized my shtick, but I understand yours is being a dick. I'm gonna try to cast Hex on this fellow without him noticing.
What are you casting Hex on? Because as far as I'm aware, to cast
Oh.
Hex, there does need to be something that you can see.
Oh, I can't see him? Yeah, you're right. Never mind.
There's no one, there's just a voice in your head. And then
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
has,
Good to
as,
never mind. I
yes.
can't. There's no
to
one there.
further set the scene, there's a voice in your brains that is has begun from the point in which Jubilee's blood has begun to fill the runes in the altar bowl thing in the center of the room. Jubilee, by the way, you are actually still bleeding. You notice that usually wounds
They're not
stop
healing.
bleeding after a certain point. They blood dries, there's coagulation and all that. You're not. You're still just bleeding. This will become an issue later.
I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds on myself.
Yeah, so you I don't remember how much damage you took last time. You heal up, you're at full, whatever. You're still bleeding.
Oh, great.
Yep. You are now at full health, but you are in fact bleeding.
Uh,
So, my my dear disembodied voice, you have us at a disadvantage. Who do we have the honor of addressing?
You think you have the right to ask my name?
I guess not.
sorry, we just thought it might be pertinent that we show you the proper respect.
Well, we don't need your name. We just need to know what to call you.
So around the room, torches flare into life, one or two at a time until it completely circles the walls, and you can see the size and breadth of this room in the map that you have there. So it is quite a large space that you are all in. Um, and you hear that voice in your brain say, you must refer to me as the mistress of the forge."
Mistress, you seem to have quite the ego. The rest of
Nope,
you,
not that one. Nope.
let's head up north, shall we go?
Anyone who tries to move from where they are, anyone who's in the right.
Anyone who's in the room and not being held as a backpack.
Oh yes, anyone who's in the room has to make a. So it looks like okay. Ben has moved into the room while I wasn't paying attention.
They just slipped through and were totally fine.
Because Ben just did it without saying anything, and that's fine. I'll let that happen.
I was in the middle of saying I approached.
Anyone who is in the room or is stepping into the room and trying to move beyond that initial space, roll me a strength check.
Oh, that's rough.
Mm.
Do I have to do that still in the hallway? I'm just kind of like.
No, if you're in the hallway,
No.
you're fine. It's only when you go into the hexagonal room on the map.
Is everyone all right in there? What's going on?
Well, I rolled a 5
Kind of a
at the
bleeding
doorway.
situation, but
I rolled a 9.
Okay, who rolled below a 10? Who rolled above a 15?
The rest of us aren't in the room.
Okay. So anyone who rolled below, yeah, if you roll below a 10, I don't think I need to tell you that you are stuck. Right? You feel
So do
strong
myself.
magic grip your ankles as you try and step forward. Did anyone roll below a 5?
I rolled a 5.
Mm,
do I
as you
need to make
trying
one
to,
of these?
um, are you trying to move?
No.
No.
Is this
Ian.
a spell?
It's a
Mm,
magical effect.
it's a magical effect. Yes.
I would have an advantage on this then.
Yes.
Hmm.
That would be even worse. So no.
Okay. Okay.
Can I?
Does it being a magical effect or a spell those
If it,
different things?
I mean, if they are different things. If
Okay.
it matters only if it's a spell.
It's not a specific spell. No, this is a magical effect from a god.
Ah, gross. Gross and dumb and bad.
Okay, so Ian, as you try and take a step forward, you actually you lift your foot a little bit off the ground, and then you find it dragged very sharply back down, pulling you to your knee, and you actually face plant on the ground. You don't take any damage, but you do, in fact, just make a that 5. Yeah. Anyone who's in the hallway, you see this. You see them try and move, and you see Nimbus faceplant in the ground, and Melvin just fail
Hmm.
to move.
Would I be able to, from the distance we're at, see the basin particularly well?
You're high enough because you're on a tall
Right.
figure, and the ceiling is high enough.
Hmm.
that you can absolutely see the basin. Jubilee, by the way, you are still bleeding. Um, and the runes are starting to fill more and more, and as the blood goes around the outside edge and meets on the far edge of the basin, you do start to see a slight, all of you who are able to see the basin, which is all of you, start to see a slight glowing
Okay.
in that.
Is there any chance would I be able to do an Arcana check on the basin to see if I notice anything particularly significant, any spells I might recognize or engravings?
Yeah. Actually, this would be a religion check.
Okay, that I'm
You
proficient
can
in that
do
too.
Arcana if you would like, if that's what your character would do,
I
sans meta knowledge,
I'm
but this would need to be a religion check to get very
okay.
usable information.
Then I'm gonna do the religion check.
Okay.
Let's do it. D&D Beyond also is slow as fuck, but it's not as bad as Roll20.
I have a question,
14
Mister
plus
Soda.
6, that's a 20.
Nice.
Was that a natural 20?
No, 14 plus 6.
10 plus 6. Okay, real quick. Ben, what were you saying?
I have a question, Mister Soda Forge. On Victoria's blood, why do you gorge?
I'll get to that question in just a second. Um, okay, Bungarn, what you notice is there's, I mean, a god is coming more and more into this space. The more of Jubilee's blood enters these runes and fills them in, the stronger the gods or goddesses in this case, because she did identify herself as the mistress of the forge, the stronger her presence in this space becomes. Um, if all of the runes fill in, and with your 20 Arcana, unnatural 20 Arcana check, you can see that about 60% of those runes around the base are fill in. If it's fully filled in, the god will materialize in this space.
Okay.
Um, Ben,
Hmm?
Elvin, you hear this voice in your head. No one else does in response to your question. Um, Everyone has to eat.
I attempt to get close to the altar. Do I need to
What
make
is
another?
your purpose in getting close to this altar?
I'm gonna try to smash.
Okay, make me another strength check.
I cast guidance on myself before I do it.
Yeah. Can't interfere with another god's magic.
Uh, 22 with a natural 20.
Mm.
Damn. Um, you get right up to, yeah, you're it's how close were you legitimately before?
I would have been right next to Ian or Nimbus.
Okay. Yeah, with a natural 20 you get up to the altar. You can take an action.
I will swing my sword at the altar.
Roll to attack. I feverishly calculate what the fuck the AC of this thing is.
Doesn't matter. I miss. I got a 30. I got a 2 on the dice.
Yeah, yeah. You swing, so you get up all the way up to the altar and you bring your sword in two hands above your head and you take a powerful stance, swing down with all of your might, and 5 feet above the surface of the altar, your sword halts, vibrating in air. You can feel a resistance, something that you're pushing against, but you can't get past it.
Mm.
You also hear, all of you hear, just laughter in your heads.
Okay.
Sounds very derisive and belittling.
Wow.
Can I also attempt to force myself up and towards the altar?
Everyone who wants to roll closer to the altar, you can make a strength check or you can make a religion check.
Oh, I think.
Do I need to do that to get away from the altar? Because I want to get off. I want to try to get off the surface with the runes.
You specifically do, yes, because you failed the trap.
Gotcha. Okay.
It's a
I
14 religion.
It's an
You
11 religion as I try to like poke my head in. What's going on in here?
you get in the door. You can get, through the doorway, but then you're stuck there. You can get 5 feet closer.
Great.
16.
Take a 5-foot step. Who else tried to do a roll?
16 to get away.
16 to get away. You can get to the doorway.
Okay, I'm
Not
backing up.
out of the room. You're like in the doorway, about to go out, and you are still bleeding. Actually, make me a Constitution saving throw, please, Jubilee.
Saving throw.
Yes.
Ooh, that's like a 6.
You now have 1 level of exhaustion from blood loss,
Ooh.
which means that you have disadvantage on saving throws and checks.
Just ability checks.
You have disadvantage on ability checks. If you get 1 more level of exhaustion, I believe your movement speed is halved, but you're likely not going to get to that. So for now, you have getting out of this room is going to be a little bit harder, though.
I would like to try something very silly. Can I pick a random rune that has not yet been filled with blood and cast Chill Touch on it to try and either break the room or freeze it so that blood can't get in it?
Give me just 1 second.
I'm not 100% convinced this is how the spell cantrip works.
It's not chill touch. Is necromantic damage. It's very useful if you want to. So it's a cantrip, and it
Right.
allows you to. Right, the creature who's been hit by chill touch can't be healed until the
Right.
end of your next turn, but it
That's
doesn't do
amazing.
cold damage. So you'd be looking for Ray of Frost.
Yeah, which I don't have. So instead, I'm just going to yell out to everybody, "Hey, quick, break the runes!"
Whoa.
Hold on.
know Ray of
Let
Frost.
me just.
Yeah, because none of my spells are really going to be great against inanimate objects.
Yeah. Yep.
What material is this altar made from? Is it wood or stone?
Roll me a nature check.
I sure can do that.
I love making people roll checks because it gives me time to think about things. I already know what I think this thing is made of, but
That's a 6.
it looks like very shiny black wood.
Oh,
Someone
I can do
has
that.
shined this black wood to a mirror, almost glass-like finish, but you think that this is definitely wood, and you could set it on fire.
I create a bonfire on one of the runes.
Yeah, absolutely. Just let me know on the Roll20 map whereabout you make that.
Yeah.
If you just click, it should make a circle.
Let's do that away from my party members, so here-ish.
Amazing.
It's a little fire.
Okay, yeah.
It does 4 points of fire damage.
Yeah. Roll me a religion check.
Can do.
See how good your fire does against the mistress of the forge.
Hell yeah.
That's a 3.
Yeah, so unfortunately, what you see as you cast bonfire on this is the bonfire that you've cast actually gets sucked down into the runes, and you see the energy in there rush across the floor through the cracks between the stones over to Jubilee and just suck just a whole crap ton more blood out of her.
Sick.
Oh,
Jubilee,
no.
please roll me
Sorry.
another Constitution saving
Oh.
throw.
Yeah.
sorry,
That's
Victoria.
So what?
19.
Yeah, you passed that one. Yep. So you do not have another level of exhaustion.
Oh, good.
You do just feel much shittier.
I'm going to take another swing at the altar.
Please, please, please. Yeah, I don't need you all to roll initiative. It seems like you're just being very respectful of letting each have a turn. So just keep doing as you're doing. Ben, roll.
24 to hit.
Yeah, you hit. Roll for damage. Also, let me know the specific damage types that you're dealing.
That's 13 points of magical slashing.
Okay, just magical slashing?
Yeah.
Okay.
And you said we're rolling initiative?
No. You don't, because you're all being just good about letting each person have a turn, so you don't need to yet. There's nothing that's trying to kill you. So,
Ooh, actually, I could re-roll one of my dice. So it might be more.
okay.
Oh, yeah.
Nope, it's still a 1.
Damn.
Okay. Okay. So 13 magical slashing against this magical wood altar. You do some damage. You make a visible mark on this, but it doesn't look as much as what you thought it would do from the swinging of your. Are you aware that you have a necro sword?
Maybe. No. Yeah. Yeah,
Okay, so
I've been
from this.
necro-sorting for a while.
Okay, so you know that you've got a very powerful magical artifact here that should be able to do more damage than it's done. It looks like the hit that you did should have hit harder than what it looks like it did.
As a Forge Domain cleric, do I know who the Queen of the Forge is?
Roll me a very low DC religion check.
That's 12.
It's Brigid.
Oh, fuck her specifically.
It's specifically the god that you who bled on the altar have a specific blood
My
feud.
fucking blood?
One that you have a blood feud with, yeah.
Ching.
Victoria goes, oh, Queen of the Forge. Okay. I don't know why I said that, but
Mistress of the Forge, Queen of the Fae, as it were. It matters. Hello, Victoria. It's been so long.
On her blood, the mistress does feed. I think we need to stop her from the bleed.
well, the spells don't seem to really be working.
If you don't stop her from bleeding soon or get her away, she will die.
Maybe we should just go.
By all means, if you can.
Well, we can.
Yet you're not in the room. Yes, you are not
Exactly.
chosen by my power.
Exactly. So we can, because you can't do
Yes.
anything to us.
That's true. Yes, for the moment, the next
I'm
4 rounds of combat, Goddess is not fully materialized in this room.
great. I don't think there's a single thing I can do to stop Victoria from bleeding.
Take some plastic bags and put them around.
I just cast web and just put a bunch of webbing all around the wound.
Oh my god, I could literally not step into, but just stand inside of my bag of holding.
Hey, Dylan, roll me a medicine check.
Sure. This is gonna go horribly.
I love D&D.
That is a 11.
Yeah, it doesn't seem to do much.
Do I get the
Excellent.
feeling if we move Victoria out of the area that she'll stop bleeding?
You're asking in character if you move Victoria out of here, will she stop bleeding?
Yeah, I'm
I
asking,
need you
or
to.
need to release a check.
Are you asking me, the DM, or are you asking another character?
I'm asking you, the DM.
Please roll me a religion or arcana check, whichever you would prefer.
All right, we'll go with Arcana 15.
Yes.
Okay. Victoria, I'm going to move you, and I cast Vortex Warp, and I move Victoria to a.
Vortex warp allows you to teleport a creature that you can see to another space that you can see, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm not going to make you roll for this. You do it. Yeah, you used a consumable resource. So I'm
Move.
not going to be that much of a dick. Yeah,
I'm going to move Victoria to here.
air. Or to the other. Okay, yeah. Um, okay. I'm going to go ahead and just Jubilee move your icon outside of the room.
Hell yeah.
Jubilee, Jubilee, Victoria Justice. You do in fact. I listen. I love that show. It's such a good fucking show. It's queer. It's feminist. It's got great music. It's got a super awkward kid who super loves ventriloquism.
Oh my god, just like me.
He's just like
Are you
me,
getting
but
a
for
ventriloquist
real.
dummy, Jubilee?
Yes, Jubilee, as you are vortex warped out of the room, you do feel a pulling on your not physical but metaphysical frame as something tries to hold you in this space but is unable to. And when you leave the room, you find that the wounds that you had, they're still there, but they are not bleeding anymore.
Okay.
The runes are 75% full, which means that anyone who is not vortex warped out of this space, you will have a more difficult time leaving.
Yeah, but it's just a difficult time where we could take our time, right?
I don't know.
Yeah, it does
Depends
seem
on
like
how.
it does seem like these
Listen,
things are filling up.
listen.
Yeah.
Ben, it really depends on how mouthy you get. Honestly, if you decide to
I
piss off a goddess, she might set you on fire. But if you just try and walk through the space, you haven't set off any of her traps, so it might be fine. Who
I have a
knows?
I have a really great idea, and by that I mean it's a horrible idea, but it's gonna be really
You
funny.
still on Aurora's shoulders?
Yes.
Okay, amazing. Please tell me
I've been
your
ca-
idea.
I've been casting every single spell and doing everything just from Aurora's back. When I was like break the runes, I just yelled and then crouched behind Aurora again. um I would like to use one of my charges for my staff of swarming insects to summon an insect cloud into the room and
Okay.
command my insects to drink up all the blood.
Are you summoning mosquitoes specifically?
Uh, it is no. They are a swarm of harmless flying insects. It doesn't specify what. So I guess if you're saying that I have the option, then yes, I am summoning a swarm of mosquitoes. Of
Like
tiny
you can't summon like bees and they all go stab the guy for 1 damage each. But
Yes,
like
but that'd be really funny.
for, for flavor, you're summoning mosquitoes.
Yeah, I'm suffering a swarm of tiny mosquitoes
Nice.
that are not strong enough to actually hurt anyone, but they are strong enough to be annoying. And I summon them to, and I command them, "Go, my precious, drink all the blood that's on the floor, please."
Amazing. Ian, sorry, no, Dylan,
Yes,
please, you in fact roll me we're actually going to do, this is going to be a weird thing. We're going to do a contested religion check.
Mm.
what does a contested religion check mean?
You're going to roll a religion, and I'm going to roll a religion as a
Excellent.
goddess, and we're going to see who does better.
It's gonna be amazing then.
Please tell me how you did first so that I can crush your spirit.
Oh God, yeah, that's an 11.
I rolled a 17 on the die.
Damn.
I'm not even going to decide yet what the religion modifier for Brigid would
It
be.
doesn't matter.
So you're y- so you didn't roll so horribly below. So your insects do suck up some of the blood,
Excellent.
but um, you get about 25% of it, so it's now only 50% filled. They've all been set on fire and die.
Lovely.
Accordingly. You actually, in your mind, hear the insect screams.
Gerald.
Cheryl.
My character's out loud as they're burning goes, "Oh, I like that one."
So as it stands, Victoria is currently out of the space. Bungarn and Aurora are right in the doorway. Nimbus is just on the other side of it, and Melvin is right over by the altar and has been swinging on it. So, who wants to do a thing next? Who has not gone recently? And by this I mean Ian or Chaya.
Uh, uh, Melvin swinging on the altar. Does that seem to have had any effect?
It had an effect, but less of one than you can see on Melvin's face. That it's less than what he expected.
And these runes filling up seem like they're about 75%.
Now 50% because the insect swarm did have an effect, but then it set on fire.
Di- uh, with either like a religion or arcana or whatever, does it seem like fucking up these runes would it all fuck up the like symbology enough to break and some kind of magic in the room?
Roll me a this is more religion than arcana, but you can do
Sure.
either.
That's a 6.
I
Hell
don't
yeah.
know. No, it could be that the runes are the thing that are tying the god who exists on an entirely separate plane of being to this material plane, to the world of Mundus. It could also be that, runes are just an affectation and gods can do whatever the fuck they want. You don't know.
Sure. Fuck, I'm gonna use the only attack spell that I have that isn't Lightning Bolt and that can target an object. And cast a Ray of Frost at one of the runes that looks filled up.
Yeah. If anyone actually wants to, there are 4 major runes around this circle with a bunch of minor ones around it. If anyone wants to try and roll just a basic intelligence check, you can try and translate those runes.
I mean, I'll take a read. That's a 13.
I'll
You know
also
that
try.
one of the runes means memory. One that's closest to you in the cardinal direction that you're facing from the door.
Nat
I don't know
20.
why I can't roll intelligence today, but I got a 4.
Nat
You
20.
know that the runes are pretty. Ben, what was that?
Natural 19.
I got
You
a
know that the runes are memory, emotion, God, I had these and I forgot them.
Magnesium.
and momentum.
Memory, emotion, perception, and thought.
And I
Hey,
got a
it's my name.
15.
Ew.
Sorry, no, the last one is self. Memory, perception, motion, and thought.
Do we think if the blood from the ruins was clear, that would diminish her power here?
I think we should just not mess with this anymore and move on and um just try not to hurt Victoria anymore cuz I messed with the runes and then Victoria flinched.
Okay, I just want to try one more thing, and it won't be anything that will cause a sting. And I cast Prestidigitation on one of the runes using the effect. You can instantly clean or soil an object no larger than 1 foot to clean it of all the blood.
Which rune do you target?
Perception.
Okay. Okay, you target perception. Roll me a low DC religion check.
I really hope it's I got a 9. You know, chat gave me a D4 the last time. I never used it.
Chat, you mean you?
I don't remember who it was.
Could have been
Who
anybody.
could
And
say?
anyone.
This is true, though. Chat did give Ben a D4 of inspiration last
Yep.
time.
So bring it to a 12.
Okay, yeah. You clear off the perception rune. And all of you get the sense that while the presence of the goddess is still in this space, she's having a much harder time locating you.
Anyone mind if I just clear this up with the prestidigitations before we move on? And then we will be done like dawn.
Huh?
Go ahead.
I proceed to cast prestidigitation to clean up all the blood.
Roll me another religion check.
10.
Yeah, which one do you clean up this time?
Thought.
Yeah. So you feel a distinct lessening of the goddess's power in this space, as the thought rune, which I keep inaccurately saying thought, and which is in fact self, is
Oh, that kind of thought.
thought. Yeah, that's
Hey,
memory, emotion, perception of the outside world, perception of self. Right, those are the four. Self, and I keep saying it thought accidentally. But yes, so you clean up self, and right, so all that's left is memory, right? So it is. It's now going to be. You can all just leave, right? It's the DC is 5 at this point, and I'm not going to make you fucking roll for a DC 5. So you are all able to leave this space. You feel the power lessening. Melvin, you hear in your voice very, very faintly and fading away, this will not be the last you hear of. That's the last that you hear of this
it is in
particular
fact
voice.
the last.
That's the last year.
And
This
that
is
was
the last I will
you
hear of you, so why don't you go ahead and eat my poo?
Bum.
Ben, please make a Constitution saving throw.
Why did you have to do this?
Is this a magical effect?
This is so
This
self-inflicted.
is in fact it is a divine magical effect. Yes.
Okay, I got a natural 1. However, as a
You shit your
satyr, I do
pants.
have advantage on magical effects. So that
Just
brings
know
it.
that if you fail, you do shit your pants.
Did get a 21.
Okay? So you feel the beginnings of diarrhea, then you magically clench your sphincter. You're good. It's fine. It's fine. You're good. Haven't shit your pants since you were a wee saintling. It's fine. You are all able to now move through the space. So, are you all heading up towards the room where Melvin vortex warped Victoria?
Yeah, it's so.
Yes.
Okay, yeah,
I'm
move your
backpack. I don't
tokens.
have any choice in this matter.
It's true you don't currently at the moment. You are in fact tied to another person.
I'm just a backpack.
Moving and grooving.
Backpack.
I just say directly to Aurora. The coast is clear. Mush, mountain, mush.
I'm not Did you just mush me?
Dylan, you should have control over your character token on the.
I do.
I moved it, but you should also be able have
Yeah,
control to be able to
sorry.
move it. But that's okay.
I just immediately whisper after, please?
What? Sorry, didn't hear you.
So, despite what it looks like on the map, there is a doorway on the other end of this small vestibule. So, who would like to try that doorway?
Not me.
I'll try it. I'll just lean down and sorry, I didn't mean to bump you into the wall there.
Ow!
Yeah, I'm just gonna give the old twist of the wrist.
It opens.
Oh, door's open.
Are you trying to be quiet going through the door, or are you just opening it?
I think I'm just opening it. I don't like this room very much, so let's
Okay,
just get
it
out of it,
makes
I
a
guess.
very loud creaking sound as rusty hinges turn inwards into the room. You see it as a vast room with what looks like cages all along the wall, regimentally spaced, and in those crates with the doors slightly ajar are just a whole bunch of fucking wolves. And as the door creaks horribly inwards on these rusty hinges, they all wake up.
The
Oh.
Turn.
cages are open.
Is that?
The doors to the cages are open.
Well trained wolves, they don't need to be locked in there. That's where they go. Sleep.
Hang on.
They all wake up and they all to turn their they turn towards you.
I immediately cast Speak with Animals
Amazing.
from my
yeah.
staff, and I go, "Oh, hello, new friends."
Food. Is this food who speaks to us?
Oh, I'm not food, but I do have some food. Do you like?
You look like food.
I'm not. I promise.
You look delicious.
Oh, thank you.
No, not in that way. No, not in that way.
Oh,
This isn't that kind of D&D stream. You see
you guys
one of the
get fed
dogs.
regularly?
See one of the dogs in front of you, the one directly in front of you, who seems to be the biggest one. He lunges forward towards the door and slams it open.
At this point, I've been waiting to do this. I cast Thaumaturgy to shut all the cages.
Ha!
Please read me the spell description of Thaumaturgy, because I don't think a cantrip can close all of these cages in one go.
Okay, I could. Never mind. I could shut one.
Just when it lunges forward,
Is a cantrip, yeah.
I'm gonna cast also from my staff. I'm gonna cast Animal Friendship, and just I don't want to hurt you. I want to help you find food. I'm just not food.
Let me look up Animal Friendship.
Oh, I love this.
Okay,
What a
all
power
right.
move, Aya. What a power move. Oh, if we have a pack of wolves with us now, that'd be great.
That'd be great. Oh, I'd be so happy.
Okay, hey, listen, Animal Friendship. The spell lets you convince a beast that you mean it no harm. Choose a beast that you can see within range. If the beast's intelligence is 4 or higher, the spell fails. Wolves have an intelligence of 3.
Mhm.
It has to succeed on a wisdom saving throw or be charmed for the spell's duration. So what is a wolf's wisdom? Oh, not bad. What is your spell save DC?
15.
15. I did in fact roll a 14 plus 1 for a wolf
Oh
snap
no!
round.
Damn it!
No.
Beats
God!
it, beats it.
Oh!
Ooh,
John doesn't
So
want us to have any fun.
you see, I would love for this to work. I would love nothing more than for you to not have to fight these 10 wolves that I've put in this fucking room. Yeah, so you see the magic. You all see this. What color is your magic, Haya?
it's this like clear, almost clear, transparent seafoam green, sparkling, aurora borealis looking.
You all see the northern lights start to wrap themselves around this wolf's head. Then, right as it looks like it's about to just clamp itself shut around his temples, he shakes his head and takes a firm step forward.
No.
Like,
Does anyone
No
have
one
any beef
tells
jerky
me
in their
what to
bags?
do.
We could.
You will all actually need to roll initiative at this point.
Ah!
Okay. Yeah.
Excellent.
A failed charm person will
Yeah,
require initiative.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
fair.
Yep.
16.
I too got a 16.
12.
Give me
14.
2
Yeah.
Okay.
14.
Okay. Aurora and Melvin, who has the higher dexterity?
My dexterity is 15 plus 2. I don't know where Ben went.
Sorry, I
Ben,
had before
it's your
combat.
dexterity.
My dexterity's 15.
Oh,
Okay.
we died.
I'm gonna need you. Okay.
Go
One of
ahead.
you. Okay. Aurora goes first. Has decided. Okay. Who rolled? I'm gonna roll a 14. Who did that?
I rolled a 14. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. And what'd you roll?
12.
Okay. And Jubilee.
I also rolled a 14.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Who has the higher dex of the two of you?
I have 13.
Okay, you then me.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have my familiar denoted to my side, but the familiar is on my shoulder.
Okay, yeah, you're familiar. Doesn't have to roll initiative. They just go after you in the initiative order. So here's how the initiative order looks currently. It's Rora, Melvin, the big alpha wolf, Bungarn, Victoria, Nimbus, and then I just have written the rest of the wolves. Because hey, guess who has pack tactics and functions
yeah.
as a
Dylan.
swarm?
Oh,
Is it
Dylan.
us?
Okay.
Anyway,
Uh,
it is in fact Aurora's turn. Up first, the big alpha wolf has shaken off your spell and has taken a
Quick point of
a
order, Jubilee. Did you roll initiative with disadvantage because you have that point of exhaustion?
Sure
ah.
did. That's higher, so.
I would also just like to state, for the record, that the alpha wolf is a large-sized creature. Anyone who wants to roll a nature check can, but it is much larger than the other wolves.
cool.
The other one.
Which one is that?
The big one that's on the
Oh,
map that's right in front
the
of
big
you.
one. The big
The
one.
big one? The big one.
Yeah.
Yeah, the big one. Yeah, for the people at home, I made one of the tokens much bigger. It's the
excellent.
alpha wolf.
Can I ask a quick question of how big is this room?
You can, in fact, ask a question. How big is this room? This room is. You can just measure it. It's about
Okay.
80 feet. It's about 80 feet across. Yeah.
Apologies. Got it.
110 feet
Okay.
across. Yeah.
Yeah. So okay, that's not gonna work. Cool. Thank you.
It's a big old space.
Yeah.
There's a lot of
Cool.
dogs in here. Did anyone roll a nature check?
I didn't even try because the way I've been rolling, but I'll give it a shot.
I'm good.
I guess I'll roll.
I'll give you advantage. I'll give you advantage as a druid, also because I feel like you deserve it after how you've been rolling so far.
That's an 18. That's pretty
There we
good.
go.
Oh, hell yeah! I
So
rolled a
the alpha
17.
Sick nasty.
the alpha wolf is a dire wolf.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah.
Mm.
He's so big.
So you have for those of you who can see into the space, which is you can all see more or less into this space. You've got a whole fuck ton of regular wolves, and you've got one big old dire wolf who Aurora is speaking into your head because of the spell that you cast. It is your turn though.
So as this direwolf, I'm sorry for what I'm about to do to your beautifully crafted combat, but as
Please.
as this direwolf turns its attention to eating me and my friends,
No, just
uh,
you. You've pissed it off.
uh, I am going to having been like speaking to it through this shard of ice that I carry with me. I'm going to step back, eyes wide, and whirl it forward, and a massive wall of icicles appears, covering this like entry gap way. In fact, it goes across, up, and back over again, so it is going to double up and become 10 feet thick instead of its usual 5 feet thick. Exactly. And the direwolf in it at this moment must make a dexterity saving throw.
Please tell me what spell specifically you cast.
I cast Wall of Thorns.
Ah, of course you did.
Fuck
Dexterity saving throw. Your spell DC is still 15.
Still 15.
I rolled a 3 on the die.
Hell yeah.
Please hit it
Hell.
with the amount of damage that it gets hit with, as it.
Uh,
78.
as the icicles emerge from the ground and pierce through its form, it takes 35 points of piercing damage.
Holy moly.
Hold
And
on, Wall of Thorn.
this is my 6th level spell that I get through this magic item.
Yes, that's right. I did give you all ridiculously overpowered magical items, and you do in fact get a sixth level conjuration.
This wall will last
78 slashing damage. Yeah.
This wall will last for 10 minutes as long as I maintain concentration. Any creature that tries to cross it must spend 40 feet of movement to do so, and will take 78 piercing damage.
Okay, yeah, fantastic. So as your wall of thorns leaps up into the air underneath this wolf, he yelps horribly in pain and jumps backwards. He is not dead, but he does look absolutely wretched, and you hear a voice in your brain say, "I'm going to enjoy feasting upon you."
I told you we're not food!
And the wall is oblique. You can't see through the wall, correct?
You cannot see through the wall.
You create a wall of tough, pliable, tangled brush. The wall appears within range.
Which I am
Wall blocks line of sight. Yes.
reskinning to say it
Ice.
is a thick, opaque wall of icicles.
So Melvin, it is your turn, but it is, you can't see shit. It blocks line of sight.
How much distance is there to the roof? Sorry, that was to the DM. DM, how much distance is there to the ceiling of this? I don't know why I did Aurora's voice for that.
I don't know why you did Aurora's voice for that either. It's about if Bungard is still on your shoulders,
Yeah.
he could stand there instead of sit and reach up and touch it. So probably about
14, 15.
10, 12 feet high.
Big difference between 10 feet and 12 feet
Yeah.
because this wall is 10 feet high.
It is 10 feet high. It reaches the
Can
ceiling.
Bungarn stand on my shoulders and see over the wall and see all the wolves on the far side?
No.
Okay.
Damn.
Shoot. I was gonna have so much fun with all my bugs.
Your wall of thorns reaches up to the ceiling.
Got it.
Okay, I have a question. I have
Please.
a very important question.
Yeah.
Can my familiar make it, being the tiny raven that it is, can my familiar make it through the wall of thorns without taking the damage?
Make me a dexterity saving throw for your familiar.
Okay.
A 10.
Let me check my.
Probably should be higher for a 6th level spell, but it's session 2, so I'm not going to be that much of a dick yet.
Bum 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 bum.
So familiars have like 2
plus
hit
2.
points.
Okay, 16.
Yeah, your bird makes it through.
Okay, you can deliver spells via your familiar.
That's
That
true.
is correct. You can in fact deliver spells via your
If they
familiar.
have range of touch.
So you just have a regular raven, right?
I do.
So what you see in the space is what you see on the map. You see one very, very bloodied and just absolutely panting and wretched direwolf. And then you see the 12
Okay, so
regular
I'm
wolves.
I'm taking control of the raven, and I'm flying through the thing, and my raven is going to land on the back of the dire wolf and cast shocking grasp. I'm going to cast shocking grasp through my raven.
Roll to hit.
I miss. I assume. Oh, wait. 10. Yeah.
Yeah, 10 misses on a direwolf.
Okay.
So your raven flies in, and it bolts of electricity crackling through its talons, and it tries to land on the direwolf, and it releases that electricity half a second too soon, and it just sort of poofs out its fur, the wolf's a little bit, and now you just got a big fluffy boy in the room.
Then I'm
He's
going to
not
fly
happy
to
about it.
the middle. I'm going to provoke an opportunity attack on the raven. Fly to the middle and up to here.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna a 17 on the die to bite your raven.
Yep, raven poofs away.
Yep, it's 2d6 plus 3 piercing, so there's no way I can not kill that. So
Yeah.
your raven is gone off of the opportunity attack of the wolf. Okay, it is now the alpha wolf's turn. So the wall of ice is mostly opaque, but you can still see a little bit on the other side. So you see the alpha dire wolf pacing back and forth in front of this space, panting heavily and just waiting, right? He passes his turn because this wall hurt him horribly, and he's not stupid enough to just charge into it again. So, Bungarn.
Wait.
Sealed?
He's in the wall. Is it? He's in the wall, and if he ends his turn in the wall, he takes the damage.
No. He sorry. He
He jumped back.
Oh.
yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Okay.
I did that for flavor when he got hit, but yes, he moved 5 feet back from the wall.
So I'm not necessarily sure what I can do here, since I don't
Technically
have.
nothing, because spells can't pass through the wall of thorns.
Yeah.
It will
Some of
last
them
for.
some of them can. Some it is not a wall of force that says no spell may pass through. It
Mhm.
says you cannot see through. So if you have a
Right.
spell like, for instance, Moonbeam, that just
Mhm.
relies on a point in range, not a point you can see in range. Splitting hairs, but
Oh,
Yeah.
that's fair.
It's so in that case, can I cast?
I thought it blocked spells. I would have.
I'm torn
Oh,
between
what?
whether or not this is actually going to be useful, since we still have the wall. But you know what? Screw it. Can I cast darkness into the room past the wall?
Does the spell description
It
of darkness
specifies
say
from a point you choose within a range to fill a 15-foot radius sphere for
you
duration.
can, in fact, then yes,
Great.
cast darkness?
Then I'm going
The
to
wall.
cast my level 2 spell darkness into the room. And as I point out, this dark magical almost fog-like blackness spreads, sort of engulfing these wolves and the dire wolf within this fog, just up to the tip of the wall of ice.
Amazing. Aurora, with your speak with animals still active, you hear in your brain as this darkness spreads across the space on the other side of your wall of thorns. You hear. Your friend thinks we need to see him to eat him.
I would like to note that I also have speak with small beast as a racial trait. Does that count for the
That
direwolf, or is the direwolf too big?
the
The direwolf,
the direwolf is a large-sized creature.
probably not.
What is the description
It
of your
literally just
feature?
says you can communicate simple ideas with small or smaller beasts. So
No,
probably not.
then no, you cannot in fact communicate with this
Okay.
direwolf. He is a large-sized creature, um, but, and also even if you can communicate, it doesn't say that you can understand what they say.
Sure.
Haya hears that your friend thinks that we need to see him to be able to eat him.
Come and get us.
Oh, it is also worth noting that with darkness, creatures with dark vision cannot see through the dark vision, and non-magical light cannot illuminate it. I don't know if that's significant.
All of those things are entirely true, but wolves have advantage on perception checks relating to hearing or smell.
Got it.
I would love for them to smell us and come running right at us.
I'll cast silence over there.
You
None of their
had killed if you had killed the alpha wolf with that spell, they would have, but he survived,
Ugh.
and so they're smart. They're still smart.
Chris.
Okay. Yeah, I that
Had
one dark.
37 hit points just to.
Oh.
Ah!
God.
That's what
Oh,
that's what the stat block says.
Yeah. That's
Average of
okay.
37.
Oh wait, question.
Yes.
As a novice, am I able to cast both a spell and a cantrip, or just one?
If you are able to do no, if you had like action surge, or if you
No,
had if
you
you
have
use
quick
any of
spell,
your
right?
meta magic,
My meta magic is quicken spell and seeking spell.
you could have used quicken spell to cast something as a bonus action and then cast something as an action.
Got it. I think I'm gonna save that because I don't want to expel my sorcery points, so I'm just gonna leave it at the casting darkness.
We could just
Uh,
target these things with cantrips and just take them out through the wall. So the wall lasts for 10 minutes, even though our attacks
Wall
would be up.
blocks line of sight, so if you have cantrips that don't rely on line of sight, you can do that.
And the problem is, oh, I think I could use Chill Touch because it doesn't say within that you can see. It just says you create a ghost skeletal hand in the space of a creature within range, with that range being 120 feet.
Yes, that is correct. But again, I mean, casters can generally only cast unless you do something specifically, like have haste active, or do quicken spell, or whatever. You can only cast one thing per round.
Okay. Is it too late to use my Quicken spell?
Oh,
Then
let
I'm
you
going
do
to
it.
do that. So I'm going to use 2 sorcery points so that I can also cast Chill Touch on the direwolf. And this ghostly, skeletal, sickly hand with spindly fingers starts descending onto the direwolf and just grabs at it from its neck.
Okay, roll to hit.
Fuck. Ooh, my computer was on 8%.
Hell yeah.
Ho-ho-ho.
The ranged spell attack, that is 10. I don't actually know what bonus. I assume that's a whiz. No,
Any?
don't remember.
Would be for sorcerer. It would be charisma.
Great, that's a 15.
That hits.
Hell yeah.
AC was 14
It would be at disadvantage because you don't have line of sight because you can't see the target.
for chill touch. Oh, right,
Yeah.
because
Okay.
right, even it, yeah.
Okay, so
All right,
I have to roll the second one too, right?
please do. Yes, we're taking the
Yeah.
lower of the two results.
Do it. Be okay. Don't miss. Do not miss. That's an 11, so the 10 works.
Okay, amazing,
Hell yeah.
amazing. So then, yes, so then
1d8.
roll damage then.
Yeah, so that's gonna be 1d8 necrotic damage.
Two.
As the hand just grabs it by the neck, you can see like this just icicles, this chill encroaching around it. That is an 8. That is
Yeah.
just an 8.
It's 2d8, Dylan. We're level 5.
Oh, it is?
Yep. It only had 2 hit points left anyway.
Fuck
Great.
So yeah, you can vaguely see through the thick glass this just absolutely massive wolf shudder and just collapse bonelessly to the ground. It is now Victoria's turn. There are 12 wolves now unlinked to a intelligent alpha wolf on the other side of the space.
I'm just gonna cast aid on me, Aurora, and Melvin. And that's you have 5 temporary hit points, sir, for 8
Amazing.
hours.
Nimbus, it is your turn. 12 wolves.
Sick nasty. Okay. Uh, can we see through this wall of thorns any other wolves beyond where that?
Technically,
Can't see.
you can't see through. You cannot see through the wall of thorns at all because the spell description says it blocks line of sight.
You
Yes.
also can't see for even more because darkness is active.
Also, Bungarn did in fact cast darkness into the space.
I got a super important question. What's my mental memory of the space like? Having seen in there one time.
Roll me a perception check.
All
Just to say,
right,
Nimbus has photographic memory.
that's gonna be a 18.
You've got a very good memory of the space and the walls in it. You think that there are 14 wolves in there, but no, you've got a pretty good idea of where they all are.
Great. So I'm gonna pop as close as I can get to here. The squares don't line up Perfect.
Oh,
So I
not
don't know
perfectly,
if
no.
I'm in the wall of thorns or not.
Oh, you're fine.
Great, awesome.
Note to self: don't walk into the wall of thorns.
They look so cuddly.
Hey,
And
Aurora, you're not the boss of me.
If you want to try to walk through it, that is your prerogative.
You will all die.
Yeah, you might die.
I am
78 would kill most of you.
I am going to, let's see.
You don't
Ray
get
of
6th level spells for
Ray
a while.
Ray of Frost does not rely on sight. So I'm going to quicken spell a Ray of Frost to make that a bonus action cantrip on, let's say, wait, how far away am I? Let's say that wolf. Wait, I'm sorry, I'm not pinging it. That wolf.
Okay? Yeah. Okay, I got you.
So quicken spell Ray of Frost that wolf. That's gonna be a 21 to hit.
That hits.
Disadvantage.
That's gonna be a 13 to hit.
Just hits.
Fuck yeah!
Yeah.
So for starters damage, that's gonna be 5 cold damage to that.
Yeah, he's still up. He looks cold.
Sick nasty. Having only used a bonus action cantrip, I'm going to chuck a lightning bolt.
Ian, we have 10 minutes to kill these things without using resources.
Oh, fine.
Don't last for 10 minutes.
Ugh.
Yes, Wall of Thorns does stay up for a good long while.
We have 100 rounds. Can we just take it as read that we kill them all by casting spells through there?
If that is the case, I'm not gonna spend sorcery points on a quicken spell. Right?
Hey, Haya, how much do you care about wildlife?
A bit.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how much do you care about like having killed an animal?
Like a 6. Like we
Yeah.
eat animals, like we eat meat, and
Yeah.
it was gonna eat me, but I also feel kind of sad, and it was a pretty unusual kind of creature, and I'm sad about all the ways that it was clearly being abused and held in this cage and being starved, and it wasn't really its fault, and we did act in self-defense, but like, and we do got to get through because I really don't like this altar behind me, and they are all gonna try to eat us. But
Well, one was
You
stuck in a
all,
cage.
you all do various things that don't rely on line of sight, and over the course of 10 minutes, you take out the remaining 12 wolves. I'm not going to make you play through all of that because you have successfully, strategized good.
Yeah,
sorry.
You did it.
go
So
team.
it'd be boring on
It was
stream.
probably my bugs.
So yeah, you are able now to come into this space. Find that it is a very large room, over 100 feet across by probably about 80 feet, from where you come through to the other end. There are
What?
two broad hallways on either side of it, going away from it. The only thing remarkable in this room are the various wolf corpses you have left along the ground, the cages.
There should be one that was locked in its cage, left alive.
We left one alive for questioning.
There he is.
Hell yeah. It's a puppy.
What's up, buddy?
How long does Speak with Animals last?
Let me double check.
I'm pretty sure it doesn't last 10 minutes, or maybe it does.
It might actually be concentration.
Pretty sure
It
it
lasts for like
a
an
long
hour or
while.
something.
It lasts for 10 minutes, but it is concentration. No. But it lasts for 10 minutes. So I
it
would
would've-
have dropped the wall early if we stopped hearing wolf sounds from the other side. I don't know if it took us the full 10 minutes of the wall of thorns to, and I'm happy to roll for that.
Oh no, I'm gonna roll for that. No, it didn't. You had about 5 minutes. It only took you about 5 minutes to take out the wolves.
Okay.
Nice.
Wolves only have like 11 hit points. Y'all are
Okay.
pretty efficient.
Oh.
Rounds of combat are only 6 seconds. So you've got about 5 minutes left of Speak with Animals.
Hi, honey. How you doing?
What do you want with me?
Well, we just want to get through, really. We're having a pretty bad day. Like, we woke up in the pile of corpses, and I'm still kind of freaked.
Friends just get murdered in front of you while you are powerless to do anything about it.
I think you might be having a worse day than I am. But,
You think maybe it might be the case.
yeah, I think maybe that might be the case. I'm sorry about that, buddy. In our defense, we did try to talk to them, and he did try to eat us, and I don't want to get eaten. So it's the way of the world.
Into our territory.
Well, not really by choice, just to be clear.
Blood.
Fair. We just want to leave. Like, I just want to get out of your territory. How do we do that, please?
I can't stop you.
No.
Will I help you?
Oh.
Leave.
Okay,
The dog
how do we do that?
lunges against the bars of the cage,
Yeah.
trying to bite at you through the bars.
No, we want to leave. We would like to leave. How do we do that? There's, I guess
All you hear now is just feral rage in your head.
there's two doors. Just tell me left or right, and we'll leave. Just tell me one of them.
You could try back the way you came.
No, I don't like her very much.
The dog starts to slam its body against the doors of the cage, trying to get out and eat you.
Okay. I don't think that this puppy's gonna help us very much. This puppy's having a really bad day.
I wander over to the side. I say, if we can't get help anymore, why don't we just try this door? And I check it for traps.
Okay.
Which door are you? Okay, yeah. Roll for that.
3.
No traps that you can see.
Great.
Okay, I'll open the door.
Yeah. Roll me a dexterity saving throw.
Magical effect?
Is that?
Is this a magical effect or a spell?
This is not a magical effect. No.
Okay.
It's a mechanical effect.
4.
Okay, yeah. So as you open the door, the ceiling above you opens up, and a whole bunch of just rocks all down on top of you, blocking the doorway. You also take I rolled high. 26 bludgeoning damage.
God damn.
You have 5 extra hit points, which will be gone now.
I rolled a 10, a 9, and a 7 on 3d10.
Jeez.
I am sorry about that, but you did take a lot of bludgeoning damage.
Bum,
Holy
bum, bum,
cow.
You
ba.
are also currently
Oh.
a little bit pinned under
Those-
rocks that are blocking the doorway.
Oh, maybe we don't go that way.
I would try to lift some of the rocks off of Melvin.
Hold on. Just rocks.
How ma-
Yeah, roll me a strength check.
Guidance.
Oh, thank you. Beautiful, great, excellent. Flash.
Please, the sorcerer, roll me a strength check.
Okay. Guidance is a D4.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
And
I rolled an 18 strength check to try to get him out.
Great.
How many of you are currently trying to get the rocks off of Ben?
I'm busy
Me.
being a backpack.
I'm still just like trying to talk to the wolf and just
Okay,
being
so
like,
if it's only two of you, then I will need you to keep rolling. Yes.
I'll also use my inspiration. That's another D4.
Oh, that's a 23.
Yeah, you get Melvin out.
Excellent.
The doorway is still kind of like half blocked, so like you'd either have to keep clearing it or scramble over to get through the space. But like Melvin's, cleared.
That was a
Yeah.
lot of rocks. Nearly knocked me out of my socks.
oh, do you need more socks? I've got an extra pair that my mommy knit for me.
That's too precious. I'm gonna die.
I love Aurora. So I know
Uh,
this way is currently blocked, but
About
it
half. You
is
can get over it. You just have to climb it. It's a little hill.
it is also currently without traps. And I don't know if I can say that about the other door.
Maybe they put traps on it because it's the right way.
That is not terrible thinking.
Maybe we should go this. How do you feel about that? You're the
Yeah.
one who just got smooshed.
Does anyone have a heal? Cause ow all over is what I feel.
Oh, yeah. I can help you with that, I think. Yep. Uh, uh, hmm. Oh, I'm better at healing when we're like actually fighting someone.
I'll cast Cure Wounds.
Okay.
If your heart ever stops and you need a defibrillator, hit me up.
It's like 12.
You said 12, Jubilee?
Yeah.
If I ever need a defibrillator, I'll ask you.
I just look down and go, "You really are a small child, aren't you?"
What? No,
Nothing.
no.
Thanks for the healing. Much better am I feeling.
So we can get over this pile of rocks.
It's not even going to take a check. It's just, you're going to look kind of silly while doing it.
No!
I'm going to need you all to make
Oh.
climbing arms while going over it.
Oh
No,
no! The
I'm not
backpack
gonna
looks
look silly. I'm gonna
do a
fly
charisma
over
check
it.
to try to look cool while I'm doing
So
it.
if you want to cast a level 3 fly spell, you're more than welcome to do that.
No,
Well, I
I
rolled
can
an
just
18.
fly with my
rolled an-
boots.
I rolled
That's
an 18
shit,
charisma
that's
to look
right,
cool
you
while
can.
doing it, so.
You can, in fact, just fly with your boots.
Nice.
Please go ahead and fly through this doorway that is currently blocked 5 feet up. See how well that works for you, please.
Listen,
Uh,
the
Acrobatics
ceiling
check.
is 10 feet up. That's 5 feet of leeway. I'm gonna
How
fly
tall are you?
over it.
How tall are you?
That's a good question. I don't know. What's medium? What's the range?
Medium is anything up to 7'9" from like 4 foot tall.
Great. I'm gonna fly up and just plank and go through.
Make me a low DC acrobatics check.
Absolutely. $19.
Hey, you're fine. Yeah, you just perfectly plank through this. It's like it's 2020 all over again.
I climbed through it too.
Hell yeah.
You're fine.
I climb through.
Again,
It
none of
is
you
the
need a
least
check.
graceful thing you've ever seen.
And
Again,
I
none of
I
you
just
need to
cling
check.
to Aurora
You just
for
have
dear
to.
life.
I'm gonna
You
do
just
an
have to,
Arcana
as
check on the
players,
pile of rocks.
make the climbing arms.
You're
You're
I'm
going
Listen,
doing this
through it.
the entire time. Like, please
Is
be
the DC
careful.
higher than 0? Because we might
Actually,
fail.
no. Actually, good point, Dylan. Are you still on Aurora's back?
Yeah,
You are going to need to make a dexterity saving throw.
excellent. This is gonna go great for me. Oh, it did. 16.
Fuck
Yeah,
Hey,
yeah,
yeah!
you're good. It's a little uncomfortable. You're like right up on the wall, but like you're fine.
Excellent. You just hear me go like that's about it.
are you okay?
Everyone's on the other side of the wall
Peachy,
now.
thanks.
Please corral your character tokens.
I'm so glad we all rolled checks for that.
You're the one who decided to do something silly and goofy. You could have just I told you you didn't need a check. You could just climb.
I
You just
didn't
had to do this.
listen, John. I didn't want to look lame while I climbed over. I wanted to look cool by planking, the coolest thing you can do.
Listen, you definitely did, but also I'm pretty sure your boots have limited usage per day.
That might be true. Uh, listen, the usage is measured in hours. So, how much time did it take me to fly over that?
How much
Are
time
we
does it feel like?
how much are we nitpicking on this 4 hours? Are we counting minutes? Please count minutes. I'm so down.
Oh, it took you actually 1 entire hour to get over there. You are terrible at flying. You did it super slowly.
We've actually just spent the last day climbing over.
Yeah, so you all find yourself in a hallway. It is, as with the rest of the place that you've been in, it is dimly lit. There are torches along the wall, spaced on opposite sides of the wall, every 10 feet, alternating. So every 5 feet, but switching sides of the wall. Got torches, giving you, a consistent but dim light on the space. Um, about, 40 feet ahead of you, the hallway turns off to the right. Do you just continue down the space?
Yeah.
Can I
Anyone
do
trying
a
to
real quick
sneak? Is
perception check?
anyone trying to?
I'm gonna say, I don't think the stuff here likes us very much. Maybe we should chill out a little. And I'm gonna cast Pass Without a Trace in this like cold of night emanates from my staff.
Yeah. So you take your staff and you just pick it up and very gently just tap it on the ground, and a cold breeze flows across the ground and wraps itself around each of your boots. So now you look down at your feet, you'll see a cold frost, like the breath from your mouth on a cold day, emanating from your shoes. But as you take a step, you notice that you make no sound at all.
Cool.
Hell yeah. So everyone now has a +10 on stealth checks. That's what Pass Without a Trace actually does.
Yep.
That was a smart move.
And we
So
do not leave tracks. So
and you
if
don't
anyone were
right, it,
following
right.
us.
A thing that I've never bothered to remember because I've never had enemies who are actually able to track things because I forget. Because frankly, I forget that, and now I won't because you specifically mentioned it. But it's a moot point because you did cast that spell.
Keep track of where our tracks. Never
Please,
mind.
everyone, now, if you are planning on sneaking, roll a stealth check.
Sure.
I'm going
Do
to
I
cast
have to do that
myself
since I'm a backpack?
myself.
I couldn't hear what you said because I heard Dylan only.
Oh, sorry.
I'm going to cast guidance before I do this.
Please, Dylan. I also
Yeah, you know
didn't
what?
actually
Me
hear what you
too.
said. I just heard the timbre of your voice.
Fair. It's a very timbery voice. Do I also need to cast stealth since I'm being a backpack?
If you are still a backpack, you don't. And because you're small enough, Haya just can roll flat.
Excellent.
30.
Oh hell yeah!
You
Oh
good?
hell yeah!
You good?
Feel bad about
we are
only
just
getting the
tiptoed
20.
away.
Damn.
21.
24. Ian, did you add 10?
I did. It was an 11.
Anyone roll below a 20?
No.
You're all
Nope.
good then.
Great.
In a move I deem to be most deft, I feel in a maze we should always stick to the left.
As you go to the right and round the corner, you see the hallway continues on for a little bit again with those torches, alternating each side. I'm going to need whoever is in front of the party. You can decide this now. Whoever is leading the pack, roll me a perception check.
That's probably me.
God, I wish dungeoneering was still a skill.
Mhm.
Oh,
Fucking
what
miss
check?
dungeoneering from
Perception?
3.5.
Oh shit. That's like a 20.
Are we establishing that Jubilee is in front? Is everyone cool with that?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think so.
Jubilee, roll me a
21.
perception. 21?
Yep.
Okay.
You see on the ground in front of you, right about where Ben's character token is, but where Ben actually isn't because Jubilee is in front, there is there's a floor tile, right? A stone slate tile that is colored differently on the others, and from with your keen eyes and with your 21, you notice that it's raised a little bit up higher than the surrounding floors, just by about a centimeter. Not much, but
Hold on,
enough
hold on,
for
hold on.
you to
It's a
see.
centimeter. Use American.
No, I won't. Because
Speak
then I'd have to say,
American.
About
because then I'd have
40%
to
of an inch.
say,
It's fine.
to put a centimeter in American, I'd have to say, 2.54 times less than an inch.
Yeah, it's 41% of an inch.
Yeah, okay. I didn't know the decimal of it because I'm bad at math.
To be
Believe I'm a
fair,
driving gay.
our game
I'm
is
an English
measured in
major. What's your
feet.
excuse?
Yeah, our game is measured in feet. Ian brings up a really good point.
Mhm.
Not that I
So
will ever admit to having said
Jubilee
that.
does notice this pressure plate, so it is something that you can all avoid if you do
Hold on.
choose to. If
Ooh.
you want to just stomp on it, you still can, I guess.
I fly over it.
Does your feet
Um,
like a centimeter above?
it's right here. I've
You-
just
you-
drawn a little awkward circle.
John, you better be counting these seconds I spend flying.
Oh, I'm just gonna arbitrarily decide when you don't get it anymore.
Listen, as a DM, if you want to assume that in my free time my character is abusing the ability of flight, feel free.
And I don't need to assume that. I know you. You've been my DM for months now. I know how you play.
Hey,
I've been in like 5 one-shots with you. I'm aware of what
hey,
you do.
wait a minute. I've got 4 hours of flight. Where did that all go? Well, you were flying for your entire short rest.
That's true. I was in fact taking a levitating nap for my back because it's softer that way.
Like when you play a video game and you realize you've just like forgotten to turn off the buff.
Mhm.
You just forget to turn off non-lethal damage.
No, but listen, you got to have non-lethal damage on so you can knock out Minthara, so you can have her in Act 2.
Exactly.
It's very important. And I'm so glad that Larian patched that and added that in an update because God, I love Minthara, but I will not kill the Grove. Anyway,
Back
moving
to what's actually
on,
happening.
you move through the space. You successfully pass the trap. As you turn right again, you see that the hallway either continues on in front of you, or it turns off to the left.
What was that you said about the left, Melvin?
We in a move that I believe to be most deft in a dungeon, you always go to the left.
For me.
Okay.
So everyone goes off to the left.
Sneak, sneak, sneak. Sneak,
Or
sneak,
sneak.
sneak.
Yeah. No one has to re-roll their stealth check. Whoever is in the lead of the party, which I assume is still Jubilee, please,
Yes.
when you're about halfway down that hallway, roll me another perception check.
Ooh, that's
Can I
a
get rid of help action?
Did you roll?
2.
Did you ask if you could give a help action?
Yeah.
Can I give guidance?
So, Ben, be completely honest with yourself as a character and with me as a DM. Would you be in a position to help Jubilee notice shit in the dark hallway?
Do I have dark vision?
Hmm.
That's what it's going to come down to if I have dark vision. I do not have dark vision, so no.
I
Okay.
have dark vision.
Would you think to offer the help action in this moment? Honest with your character.
I think I would.
Okay, then Jubilee, roll with advantage.
9 plus 6 is 15.
Okay, yeah. So there is a trip rope that you see is very clearly linked to some giant ass fucking brass bells. If you had walked into it without seeing, it would have just rang a clang and dang a ding dong.
Okay, so that's
You are able to successfully point that out to your party about halfway down the hallway, and you continue on to the large hexagonal space on the other side.
Nimbus, fly over the rope.
I do fly over the rope.
Is your fly speed equal to your movement speed?
Let me check. I think so.
This may or may not become important in the next 30 seconds.
Yeah, fly speed equal to walking speed.
Amazing, 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 amazing.
And my
Okay,
walking
so
speed is 35 feet.
Jubilee, you're still in the front of the party.
Yes.
As you enter this large hexagonal space, and as so you see the torchlight around the corner, right? As you're going into this space, you see that there's light there. Right? It seems like a big space. Like there's a lot of room in it. But you can't really see anything in that space because none of you have. Do any of you have dark vision?
I do.
Yes.
I have dark vision for like
You do.
120 feet.
Yeah, you have
I do
dark
not.
vision farther than me.
And how far is yours?
My dark vision is only uh 6
Probably
feet.
60.
Okay, Bumgun, roll me a perception check.
Gladly. Do. Oh boy. That's a 6.
There's a God. It's dark in there.
Mhm.
Seems like there are some shapes. Like there's a big old shape in the darkness, but you think that it
Oh,
might just
great.
be like curtains on a window.
It's probably just curtains.
Hey, so I just yelled at everybody. Hey, everybody, we gotta be careful. I think there's some curtains.
How
In the
how
dungeon?
loud do you yell, Bungarn?
I don't yell so much as I just like shriek mutter.
Okay.
Sure.
Okay. So other than Bungarn saying that, right? No one really notices anything in this space, and you make your way up to the front of the room. Please move your character tokens.
To be fair,
Up
Bungarn
to,
says some crazy shit a lot.
Position yourself appropriately in the doorway across that angled space.
Shit.
No,
Oh, no, you don't see anything.
Yes, but I looked at
No,
the
no,
map.
no. You see nothing.
oh wait, doesn't Jubilee's sword give off light?
Yeah, for like
Jubilee,
20 feet.
please remind me how much light your sword gives off.
I believe it's
And
10
do you-
feet
it's a
right, 10 dim.
And do you have it drawn while we were sneaking?
Definitely.
Oh, then I would have needed you to be rolling with disadvantage the whole time, but it's too
I
late
was
for
already
that.
rolling for disadvantage because I have heavy armor.
That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah, that's wind exhaustion.
Also, 20 feet isn't going to be enough to see this thing anyway.
Lovely.
Also, it's actually just going to make it harder because it's just going to ruin your night vision. So everyone position yourselves as you would across the entrance of that doorway. As you're about to enter into this very large, cavernous, hexagonal space.
Hooray.
Open concept. Nice.
Everyone, please roll me a perception check. This is going to be based off of your ability to hear things.
What?
Exactly. Thank you, Ben.
30
You
20.
can always trust Ben to know but my yes and.
Yep. 18.
25.
Okay.
Oh, boy.
Anyone roll below a 10?
Yes.
Anyone
I did.
roll below a 15? Anyone roll below a 20? Anyone roll above a 20?
25.
I rolled a 20.
Rolled a 20, thank you. Okay, so Jubilee, Victoria and Melvin, you hear the sounds of deep, heavy breathing from the space that you're about to enter. You can't see what is making this sound, but with your rolls and with your knowledge of adventuring, you know that whatever it is must be enormous. Dylan, you had the next highest roll, right?
I had an 18.
There's a big old fucker in there.
Yeah, you know what, that tracks for Bungarn.
Actually,
That's all
with
I'd know.
your let me zoom in so I can see where the fuck my character tokens are. He's just out of your range of sight.
Well, remember that I am being a backpack on top of
So you're
Aurora.
being a backpack, right? So I'm going based off of where Haya is.
Yeah.
And then, the fact that you have 120 feet so he's just outside of your range of sight. Everyone who rolled, don't roll above a 15, but under a 20. Ben, you rolled a 20. I know it. Yeah, you already got your thing. Okay, so anyone. So Nimbus and Aurora, you don't hear anything. Nimbus, this space that you're about to enter feels vaguely menacing. Everything in this space has been dangerous. Things have tried to kill you like literally a dozen times already. The 2 hours that you've been awake after being dead. So that's not unusual. Aurora is dark. You missed the sun. You missed the sun. You want it, or the moon. You just missed the sky. You want to look up and see it.
That's a great question. Why are we stopping?
That's a really good question. I'm just a backpack. I don't have any control.
Silly little guy.
Yes. So those are the things that
All
your
you do is
characters
try?
notice.
Yeah.
Now do the things that you would do in this moment.
Bungarn just think. Oh, sorry.
It's just a big space in front of you. Some of you hear a thing in it. Some of you miss the sky.
Bungarn just
guess
thinks
I
to himself,
look up.
well, my bugs aren't going to be able to help with that.
What's going on?
Victoria looks back.
anticipate-
I just look down. I look down in Aurora and just go, "There's a really, really big guy in there. I don't know who he is, but he's really big and scary."
Oh. Okay. Should we say hi?
I am a little
Absolutely, we should say
concerned
hi.
with that.
He seems like a nice guy.
Have
Okay.
we met a single nice guy in this entire since we've woken up?
Melvin? Melvin, I feel like you might just be recommending that because it rhymes.
Hey, Ben, just for clarification and just to make sure I'm not misremembering, perception is a wisdom skill, right?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, keep going.
Look, I think the most dangerous thing we can do is sit in the same spot and wait and see what happens.
All right, let's keep going then. And I'm gonna start like trying to sneak my way around the edges of this room and out
Make
to the right.
me another stealth check.
Pass without trace should still be up. So let me.
Pass without chase lasts for like 10 minutes.
29.
22.
Oh
Okay.
yeah.
Anyone roll below a 20?
32.
I'm so sorry.
Oh
You roll,
no!
Ben?
Melvin!
Melvin.
Roll the 1.
No! Melvin, no!
Oh.
For a total of 13.
Melvin,
Yeah, okay. Anyone who rolled below a 20, you step into the space and you don't lift your foot high enough off the ground and you get that like scuff of your heel, and in this big cavernous space it makes an echo, and suddenly all of you hear deep guttural and then thunderous footsteps that shake the floor underneath your feet
Thank you, Gage.
coming
Why is
towards
there
you.
a... Oh, it's a salad.
As it starts
Thank you,
to
How
come
dare you
towards
give me a salad?
Is salt?
Garm, you see first
Thank
this
you.
There's so much cheese in this.
tall is
Like 40 feet.
Give me just a second to okay. You see a 20. So this creature is so tall that it has to hunch over in this space. So it's bent at the waist with its fists dragging on the ground as it comes towards you. You can see, right, with your dark vision that if it were standing up, you imagine this creature would be about twice as tall as the room that it's in.
Oh boy.
And it is dragging with it, right, on both of its hands. It's just dragging what it's like stones. It has fists wrapped around, but that are shaping themselves around its fists, as if his hands have been turned into boulders.
Can you
Only a
like
quick
see his
perception
hand?
check.
Oh, me?
You're the only one who can see this just yet.
It's gonna go
that-
horribly. I'm very stupid.
Perception is wisdom. That's not stupid. It's just unobservant.
Yeah, I'm very unobservant. That's a 16.
You also see right from the top of this creature's head that is sort of tilted towards you from its half overturned posture. You see that there are patchy, bald splotches on its head, and one spot on its the top of its head that looks a lot lighter and the rest of it, but you can't quite tell why at the distance that it's at.
Hmm.
It is coming inexorably towards all of you, and it is moving pretty quickly because that's how size works.
I would like to, in a panic, make a shot in the dark and cast my chill touch at that lighter patch on its head, which has a range of 120 feet.
Do it.
Excellent. And everyone can hear me go, ah! That is a 12? Yeah, 12 plus 2 makes it 14.
Check what it's. Yeah, that does hit. What is your damage?
Okay, so that's 1d8 or 2d8? 2? Great.
You're all high enough level, your cantrips do more damage.
Awesome. And that's going to be... Oh, this is not great. 4.
Total.
Okay, yeah, you a skeletal hand. You just fling out a hand, and this just small, right? And as it approaches this creature, you realize just how small this hand is. As it reaches out to touch this space, and even in this space that doesn't cover the entirety of its head, your hand is dwarfed by it. You just tap, and you hear now a roar.
This thing now has disadvantage on attack rolls until the next turn.
Hell yeah.
So that's nice.
And it charges all of you. Please roll initiative.
Wait, is it on? That's only if it's undead.
Is it
It is.
undead?
Isn't
Oh,
just
you're right.
out
It's
of
only
out
undead
of game. It is undead.
It is undead? Okay, great. Then it has
Your
disadvantage.
characters don't know this, but now you, the players, know. Yes, it's an undead hill giant.
Great.
Okay. I got a 20 for initiative. Hell yeah.
I got a 10.
I also got a 10.
John, do you want us to wait and do your thing where you're like above 20 or above?
Yeah, sorry.
Yes,
Sorry.
please, and thank you.
Sorry.
Because let me roll for my guy first.
I'm trying to be the teacher's pet, everyone, and I'm winning.
Julie, I already loved you. You didn't need
Yay!
to. Okay. Okay. Who rolled a 5 or below? No one. Okay. Who rolled a 10 or below?
I got a 10.
Okay. A 10. Ian, what did you get?
10 as well.
Okay. Who has the higher dex?
Mine's 15.
16.
Okay. Monster also rolled a 10, but they have a dexterity modifier of -2.
Good to know.
Noted.
Your characters don't know that. Don't metagame.
I'm not good enough at this time.
Who rolled a 15?
14.
Or between a 10 and 15? What was that, Ben?
14.
14. Okay, who rolled between a 15 and a 20?
19.
With disadvantage?
Oh, I did have disadvantage, didn't I? Shit. Well, that's much worse.
You get
5.
okay, and Dylan, what'd you get?
20.
Amazing. Okay, so Dylan is going to go first. Give me just 1 second.
Great. Does my chill touch cantrip count towards this encounter?
No.
Excellent. Okay.
That was your surprise round.
You got a surprise round because you made a panic action, which I also always love to do in character, so I will reward a panic action.
Hell yeah. Okay. I have a couple options. I don't want to use any of my massive insects because that could break my staff. But yeah, I don't want to do that either. So what I might do. Okay, so I'm gonna use a quickening action again because I still can. But the first
You've
thing I
got
want
enough
to
sorcery
do.
points for that.
The first thing I want to do is cast. Well, actually, Aurora, are you wearing armor?
Yes.
Okay, so then I will not cast mage armor because it won't have an effect.
Yeah, I wear leather armor.
Excellent. Instead, I am going to cast Ray of Sickness out towards this thing. Just this
Can I
bolt.
recommend
Yes.
you don't do that?
Okay.
Undead are generally, and I'm telling you this only because you
Mhm.
have not
Yep.
played
Yeah.
casters very often. Undead are generally immune to poison.
Okay. I appreciate it. Thank you. In that case, that eliminates almost everything I can do. But that's fine because I do have alternatives. In that case, am going to start. What? God. Almost everything is poisoned because I attack with bugs.
I did not intentionally because I didn't actually look at your character sheet enough to know what your damage specialty was, but this
I'm
undead,
the bug wizard.
you can't poison something that's already dead, unfortunately.
Exactly. So I can't do that, but I do have at least some options.
Necrotic still works. Cold, every other damage type
Yeah.
still works. It's just poison.
What I think I'm going to do. Oh, this could be really funny. Yep.
Wait.
Stinking cloud. Stinking cloud directly on its face.
That needs a Constitution saving throw.
Yeah. So each creature at the start of their turn is gonna have to make a Constitution saving throw against. It is poison, but at the very least, it's a large, nauseating gas sphere, which might, at the very least, cause some issues with vision. Yeah, because the area is heavily obscured.
It's only immune to poison damage, so it
Great.
still has a con save.
So yeah.
So,
So and if
as
it
strange as it
fails,
is.
then it'll have to spend its turn retching and reeling.
Okay, so what's your spell save?
My spell save is a Constitution of 13.
I unfortunately rolled an 8 on the die with a con modifier of +5.
Shoot.
So meets it,
Okay.
beats it. You cast Stinking Cloud. There is now a cloud of whatever
It's just
size.
it is this yellow, disgusting looking, just grotesque, like a cloud. But if a cloud was populated with syrup, almost.
Amazing. I hate it. That cloud does exist. The undead hill giant did, in fact, save against that cloud, but it is in the space now, and it's something that all of you, fleshy mortal beings, do now have to contend with until Bungarn chooses to drop concentration.
The good news is it
Gotcha.
only has a 20-foot radius. So
Okay.
Amazing.
right now,
just
I
so
think everyone is outside of it.
amazing. So just so you know, you can't drop concentration on the same round that you cast it, but you can do that from any turn moving forward. You can just decide that stopped.
Yep. And I think I'm actually not going to do a quickening spell. I'm just going to do the stinking cloud.
Okay, Melvin, you are up. There is a big old hill giant that's now surrounded by a 20-foot yellow horrible cloud coming towards you, bent double in this small space.
Can I see him at all?
There's enough torches in this space that there's dim light that you can see. You can see a big shape coming towards you, but you can't quite see what it is yet.
Okay, so I will use my bonus action to pull a eye of newt from my pocket, extend my sword, and mutter an incantation that rhymes under my breath. And the giant wobbles for a second, flashing an orange light as I hex him. Then he has disadvantage on strength checks, or yeah, strength-based ability checks. And for my action, this combat's gonna go so fast. As I cast you, I shoot at you with an Eldritch Blast. And I shoot at him with Eldritch Blast. Does a 13 hit?
Yep.
Huh?
Yeah.
Oh, sweet. That is 9 points of force and 2 points of necrotic. Or 4 points of necrotic, sorry. I assume he's resistant necrotic, so I have it.
No. Yeah. Please continue to do so. That'll make it easier on me. Yes.
My second Eldritch Blast.
Mhm.
This one is another 13.
That hits.
Wow. That's terrible AC.
To
That
zombie,
is
Ben. They don't have good AC.
9 points of force damage and 3 points of necrotic.
Thank you
It's
very
also a
much.
giant, so literally hitting the broadside of a barn.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Hill Giants AC is only marginally better. They have a lot of hit points. It's generally their saving grace.
Sure.
That would be my
Nimbus, you're up.
Sick nasty.
You, with your dark vision, it is close enough now that you can see what this thing is, right? Because it was moving towards you as you rolled for initiative and as combat initiated. So you can see the same things that I described to Dylan earlier. You can see this huge hulking creature bent double with its stone-looking fists and this patchwork of hair across the top of its skull, and this one patch that is just significantly lighter than the rest of its grayish green skin.
Okay. So now I'm going to quicken spell a ray of frost as a bonus action cantrip, which is going to be a 28 to hit. That was not the damage. Sorry. It was 28 to hit.
Yeah, would it be weird if I said that didn't hit?
It'd be super weird. It'd be super weird.
Of course it would. Of course it would, because that hits that hits so much.
Great. Awesome. The damage is going to be 15 cold damage.
That hits by so much above the AC that I almost want to give you bonus damage for it. I'm not going to, but I almost want to.
Listen to your heart. Listen to your heart. Do
No. If you'd hit a 30, I would have given it to you.
Sure.
You hit 3 times its AC. For those of you clever at home, its AC is 10.
Nice. That's great.
How much cold damage was that? 15?
That is gonna be 15 cold damage.
Okay, and please correct me if I'm wrong, but Ray of Frost reduces its movement speed.
Ray of Frost does speed reduced by 10 feet until the start
Okay.
of my next turn.
Great. That's what I thought. Wanted to make sure.
And
Quicken spelled that, so what are you doing next?
Quicken spelled that. Next, I am gonna fire a lightning bolt at it.
Oh, fucking course you are. How many third level spells do you still have? That should be your second one? Your last one?
That is 2 out of 2 because I burned one on a door.
What I thought, I wanted to make sure. Please do keep track of your higher level spells. Thank you all so much.
Great.
Roll to
Dexterity save.
Dexterity save. Oh, I have disadvantage on strength saving. Yes.
strength ability checks.
17 total.
That does not save.
Really?
Yeah. So we're looking at 31.
What's your spell save DC?
18.
Seriously?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Damn. All right. Well, a 19 on the die, and I had a -2. I thought that would be good enough.
Fuck yeah! That is 31 damage. And I don't know if there's any flammable objects in the path of that lightning bolt, but they catch fire.
There is the stinking cloud. I don't know if that counts.
Doesn't.
Oh wait, it's
Unfortunately.
gas. It's not
That
getting
would
gas.
listen,
It
DM.
should
That'd be a
count.
super cool interaction of elements.
I mean, gas is flammable.
Not all
It's not
gases.
getting gas.
One of you.
Not all
just
gases
one
are
of the two
flammable.
of you. Roll me an Arcana check.
I call rolling it because I have a
Go
plus
for it.
If I don't get this, I'm gonna feel so bad.
I have a DC in mind for this. Is set in stone.
And that is 16.
You see sparks cascade around the outside of the stinking cloud, and you see the beginnings of what you would describe, if you were a volcanologist, as St. Elmo's fire. The cloud does not combust.
Damn it!
DC was an 18.
Ah!
Well,
It was a good attempt. I would have loved for that to work. Please be creative like that in the future. That was would have been super cool. But I do believe, unless you have any movement that you'd like to use, that is the end of your turn.
Where am I? How far away am I from this thing? Let's. Where's the?
Oh man, I made you a map.
Where's the? Wait, I know,
No,
but I
girl,
don't
I
see
made you a
the
map.
distance thing. All right, that's the distance thing. I am 30 feet.
More or less,
away
right?
From that thing, and the range on most of my spells.
Hey, John, the chat just gave you a D4 inspiration.
Me?
Yeah.
Ha 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 ha
there is no
ha!
God.
Oh,
Yeah, so
I've
I
been
guess-
given too much power.
I guess I'm gonna move back 5, 10, 15, 30, 35 feet.
Yeah, please just move your character token to wherever appropriate for that. Aurora, you
No,
are
sorry,
up.
30 feet.
That's the most that you can move.
Well, I can move 35 feet, but then I'm out of range. I mean, I'm
move
assuming it'll
35
move
feet?
closer.
You have 35 feet of movement speed?
Yeah, I got 35 feet of movement speed.
Ow.
Air Genasi.
Right. Aurora, it is your turn.
Oh, I guess we gotta light him up. And the freckles along Aurora's chest and body start to light up in a new pattern this time. An archer's bow that flows light down both of her hands, and in quick succession, a small beam of light and a much larger pulse fire from her left and right hands. And I'm going to do my archer's attack first, which is a
It was super hot. Let's all just state for the record.
23 to hit.
Oh, yeah, that hits.
And that will deal 7 points of radiant damage.
14 points of radiant damage.
And then I will use my action to cast Guiding Bolt. And let's do this at the second level. Cast Guiding Bolt. That is a 15 to hit.
That does hit.
And that will deal 22 points of radiant damage.
44 points of radiant damage. Amazing.
This zombie is now emitting a faint dim light, and the next attack on it has advantage and will consume that light.
So you can all now see that this is, in fact, what should be 20-foot tall zombie giant. It is bent in half at the waist by the height of this ceiling, and its fists are dragging on the ground. It has fashioned what appear to be, we would know in the real world as brass knuckles, but out of boulders. Just
Terrifying.
giant boulders through its fingers. Um, those of you with very perceptive vision, anyone with a passive perception of above 15, will notice that there's no flesh on the fingers that are laced through these boulders. It's just finger bones that have been shoved through rocks to make rudimentary gauntlets. The very light patch that some of you had already noticed on the top of its head is skull poking through.
Is
And
he
there is
okay?
now a light white holy fire coruscating from that patch of skull that you can see through the intermittent patches of hair on the top of this giant. Who, by the way, it's his turn now.
Uh-oh. I don't like
Also,
that.
as a reminder, he does roll with disadvantage on attack rolls for this turn.
Yes, he does.
And his speed has been reduced by 10.
Yes, it is.
So he probably has like a 10-foot speed being a zombie giant.
Big steps though.
Speed. He is able, with both the movement speed that he has and with the fact that he has a giant ass reach, get up close enough to take a swing at Melvin.
Bring it, bitch.
That didn't rhyme.
That was out of character.
Was in fact out of character. Amazing.
Don't forget you have a D4 inspiration.
Do, and I don't actually need to use it because that is going to be a 25 to hit.
Was that
With disadvantage?
I was in fact at disadvantage.
Oh, we are
damn.
fucked.
Jeez. Okay.
Now I assume that hits?
Yeah.
Okay. That's the D8. I'm going to need you to take 21 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay. And
Then,
I saving throw to keep concentration on the hex.
yeah, so that's going to be beat a 10.
Yeah, I got a 16.
Okay, amazing. 24 to hit.
That's
Great. And that's going to be another 21 points of bludgeoning damage as this thing
Damn.
slams down. It takes its fists bent over double
wait.
and it just sort of awkwardly windmill arms itself. This goes bam, bam, like it's fucking Donkey Kong on top of you twice for what I think is 42 total points of damage.
Wait, for the second one, can I cast Silvery Barbs?
Yeah.
I cast Silvery Barbs in reaction to that second attack.
Okay, amazing. Please remind me of what I have to do now.
You re-roll.
You must re-roll and use the lower roll.
Roll a nat 1.
Hell yeah!
Oh,
Bye.
Let's go!
Yeah!
One.
And you
For-
can give someone who I think should be me advantage on their next thing.
Oh wait, I do. Oh yes,
Yeah.
then I do. I do exactly that, and I give Melvin advantage.
Would the 41 points of damage have taken you down?
Yeah.
Fuck! Damn it, Dylan. I would have been the first one to take Ben down. First one
my
ever.
bugs out. You activated my
it's
trap
fine.
card.
Fine. It's fine. Fucking Weevil from Yu-Gi-Oh! Fucking Weevil now?
And you know what? Weevil got you.
You know what? You know what? I am, in fact, Joey Wheeler in this moment.
No, because
And that's
Joey
a deep
Wheeler-
cut. If you're old enough to understand what I just said, oof. AARP is going to be sending you mail soon. Victoria, you've waited so patiently.
Yay.
You and your glowing. So You couldn't see much until this now
What's everybody doing?
glowing zombie giant just rushed into your space and just double hammer fisted on your friend Melvin, almost killing him. It was only a
Nobody
quick
fits my
reaction
friend.
from the small man Bungarn that kept Melvin alive, and you are now up against this zombie who, frankly, looked bad. Look good. He got hit hard with some shiny godlights.
Okay, I'm gonna be very clever. So I'm going to run up, pull out my war pick, my little icicle war pick, and swing at it.
You have
I believe I get
advantage.
advantage.
You have advantage from the guiding bolt.
Hitting bolt, yeah.
Cool. Ooh, that's 18 plus a whole lot, which should probably be enough.
The AC was 10. You beat it a while ago.
Ooh. 6 plus 7 plus 2 plus 1. 16 damage. And then as a bonus action, I'm going to
What
attempt to
kind of
shield
damage is
that.
it?
Huh?
Kind of damage.
Oh, cold and piercing.
What is the breakup of those two?
Oh, piercing is 7, 8. 8 piercing. No, 9 piercing and 6 frost damage.
Is the piercing magical?
Yes.
Okay. Solid. Keep going.
And then I'm going to attempt to use my bonus action to shove a creature.
You cannot. He is far too big.
Come on, he's got disadvantage.
This is literally a huge size creature. He is like 3
Oh, he's
size
huge.
categories larger than you.
Oh,
Don't forget, you get 2 attacks per action.
Not clerics.
I don't think clerics do.
I thought Forge
I think
Domain.
Forge Domain do.
No.
No?
War Domain
I
are the
think
only
you have
clerics
War
that get it.
Domain.
War Domain. My bad.
And War Domain get them as a bonus action that they could use a wisdom modifier times per day.
Sorry to get your hopes up.
Amazing. So this thing
Okay.
is still up, but it looks very bad.
I do believe that's my turn.
I do believe that is also your turn. Hey, guess what comes next, y'all?
What?
Layer actions.
Action.
Lair action.
Oh,
That's right.
Huh?
Oh, boy.
Everyone, please make for me a dexterity saving throw as the hill giant takes its stone fists and slams them both up once as hard as it can into the ceiling and then back down onto the ground, bringing a shower of ceiling down onto you.
oh.
That's
7.
20.
8.
Great, Collins. Thank you so much for that advantage. My first one was a 2. My second one on the dice was a 16 for an 18.
Hell yeah!
Who rolled below a 15?
My bug saved the day.
Okay, who rolled above a 15?
I rolled off 15.
Okay, anyone who rolled below a 15, you are going to take was 12 points of bludgeoning damage as ceiling falls down and hits you. Anyone who passed, you don't take any damage. You did some sick ninja moves.
Jubilee, do I still have 5 temporary hit points or have those expired?
Yeah, those last 8 hours.
Oh, sweet. So take 7.
Nice.
Also, now, because of the rocks that had fallen from the ceiling, the space around the hill giant is difficult terrain.
Mm.
A 10-foot radius. So those of you who are already in that space, you don't have to worry about it. Anyone trying to approach him from outside of a distance, that is something that you'll have to contend with.
Great.
Most of you are ranged attackers anyway, so it shouldn't frankly matter. Back to the top of the order with Bungarn.
Yeah.
He's strapped with
Hey,
me.
Bungarn, he look
Yeah.
real bad.
Excellent.
Real bad. Like, I don't know if any of you know the bloodied condition from 4th edition. He is so far past that.
Okay.
Missed
So
bloodied. It was the only good thing from 4th edition.
And skill challenges.
see, 4th edition was
God,
was the
yeah.
version that I started with, so it's all I knew growing up. So but
Grew up with 3.5 and Pathfinder.
so that's the thing is I transferred to Pathfinder very shortly. That being said, to not waste time, I want to try something very specific.
Love it already.
Because if it doesn't work, I still, in theory, can deal damage. Which is, I want to cast as a cantrip my firebolt, and I want to aim for this patch of skull at the top of the giant's head.
Okay.
So I reach back and I just throw it back at him.
You throw it back?
Throw it back. Yeah.
Amazing. It's a little awkward that you do that while on top of someone.
We make it work.
Maybe you think so.
What are you doing up there?
Don't worry about it.
Roll the hit.
Let's see. What am I rolling?
Bungarn up there dropping it like it's hot.
Excellent. And that is. I can't see past. Oh no. That's an
You had
8.
to beat was a 10.
That's an 8.
Well, you didn't roll low enough that you have to worry about hitting a party member, but you did not roll high enough to hit the literal 20-foot behemoth 20 feet away from you.
The broadside of the barn.
So that was your action. Do you have any bonus actions or movements that you'd like to do?
Well, I'm still being a backpack, so I can't move very much. I think I don't necessarily want to use if he is in that bad of a way. I think I'm going to trust my party members to down him, and I'm not going to use a quickening spell. Oh no. It's not worth using quickening or seeking. So I am just going to leave it there, I think.
All right. Melvin.
I'm going
Bill.
to close the gap between us.
How much movement do you have?
35.
You're fine.
My giant friend, this is really going to hurt. I definitely am going to make you eat dirt. And I cast Booming Blade as part of the swing.
You rolled a hit. Beat a 10.
18 on the dice.
What's the minimum damage you can do?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
You kill him.
11 damage is the minimum I could do.
Minimum is 11?
Yeah.
Kill him a while
I have
ago.
a +6 to damage. And I roll 5 dice.
Whoa.
My dude had
Man.
3 hit points left.
Excellent.
Great.
That is the minimum I could do.
We
I
love.
want to see how dead I make him. That is 21 points of damage.
Okay. Let me just
Do I get a how do you want to do this?
give me just 1 second to see if you do in fact get that. You don't actually get how do you want to do that?
Yeah.
Dead
yeah.
fortitude.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Damn.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Rip.
Yep.
Yeah, it wasn't radiant damage or a critical hit that killed the zombie, so a con save. So you hit him so hard, and the eyes flicker. They go even deader than they were before, and for a second you think you got him. Then he takes a quick step to steady himself, and our boy's got 1 hit point left.
Fuck.
Have a bonus action to keep doing more.
Let me see if I have any bonus actions. No.
Okay. Imbus.
Great.
my boy does in fact just have 1 hit point left. So if you hit at all, he will die.
Just
What?
throw a
I've
rock.
done that fortitude multiple times.
That's true.
Dead fortitude works multiple. I thought it just went
Yeah.
the once.
No, multiple
Oh, yeah.
times.
Amazing,
They can just
amazing.
keep snapping their head
Amazing.
back and
Thank you
back
for
in
giving
place.
me more tools to fuck you over with.
Fuck it. I'm gonna roll up onto him and shocking grasp.
Please do. Roll to hit, beat a 10.
So 24.
And that hits. Yeah.
I think Ian hits 10 as long as she doesn't roll a 1.
Yeah, it's true. It's 9 points of lightning damage.
I did not roll high enough on my Constitution saving throw. I rolled a 6 on the die, plus 5 for an 11. Which throw with a DC of plus 5 the damage taken. So yeah, no.
Great. How tall is this thing?
Technically 10 feet tall because of the ceiling limit, but actually 20 foot tall.
5 plus the damage taken. What did he roll for my attack? Because I did like 21 damage.
I rolled a 26.
Damn.
That makes
I'll
sense.
do it. I will get up to its head using my goddamn fly speed if I have to. And I
do
will
actually, because his head is about 6 feet off the ground with how he's bent and how his neck is tilted.
how big is his head? Fuck it. I'm gonna slap my arms around both sides of his head, even if I have to take my whole body
You
with.
do. It takes your whole wingspan to do it.
And I'm just gonna shocking grasp through both of my hands through his skull.
You all, in cartoons when lightning hits something and you can see through into its skeleton? You have this moment as the lightning from the shocking grasp hits so hard that you can momentarily see through the skin and the whole of the skull is visible. And then it just sort of slumps to the ground. Ian, make me, just because of where you are, just a real low DC deck save.
Absolutely.
It's real low.
17.
You're good. Don't get hit by the giant as it slumps to the ground and knocked around in any way, shape, or form. So yeah.
Hey, Nimbus, you know what happens when a giant gets hit by lightning? The effects are truly quite frightening.
The same thing that happens to everything else?
Bug?
Victoria,
The-
pat
The
shoulder.
best
Doing great,
line
honey.
from the original X-Men movie.
100%.
You know what
100%.
happens to a frog when it gets struck by lightning? The same thing as everything else.
Nimbus is gonna look at Aurora. I like that one. I'm gonna use that one.
I don't like this. This is wrong. DM, can I make a medicine check and try to figure out how long this creature has been dead?
Yeah.
Hmm.
You can do whatever you want. Just a lot of
God.
it won't work.
I rolled an 11. I'm good at medicine. I just rolled badly.
It's been dead for longer than you.
Oh. Well,
It.
Checks out.
I hope wherever you are, there are stars.
And that was beautiful.
Can I investigate the body for any loot that might be on it?
I would like to
Yeah.
quickly before we move on break concentration so people can stop making saving throws.
Yeah, I was wondering when you were going to do that.
Yeah, I do need to remind everyone that at the very least, Nimbus does need to make a saving throw to see if they vomit.
That's a great point.
Yes, please, Nimbus, please
Um,
make that con saving throw.
Do I have to inhale the smoke to vomit?
I don't think you do. It doesn't
Great.
specify.
That's a con save.
Yeah, Constitution save. 13.
23.
You're good.
You're fine. Yeah. All it would do is prevent you from taking actions, basically,
Yeah.
for a turn.
You would just basically spend a turn trying not to vomit.
Yeah, Ben, you search the body.
Yeah, I got a natural 20 for a total of dirty 20.
You got a natural 20.
Yeah.
Wait, you gotta.
Search a zombie hill giant.
No, no waste.
No, I
What a
have to give you
waste.
some. There wasn't anything, Ben, but now I have to give you something.
No, you don't. It's
That's-
okay to waste natural 20s.
Ben, that's a really
Okay.
good line.
Okay.
What?
I got a natural 20 for a total of a dirty 20.
Round its neck on a cord that is far longer than feels like it should be to encircle the girth of this thing's neck. You see a shockingly small pendant. It appears to be made out of, from the limited knowledge you have of rocks. Now, I assume Melvin's gay, so you know something about rocks.
I mean, I do have knowledge. I do have proficiency in nature.
Yeah. So just based on that, not making you roll for it because I've made you all roll enough, and we're almost done for the night. It is a tiger's eye stone. You can roll Arcana to see if it has any magical effects, but it just looks like a nice rock at first glance.
Okay, I'm going to give myself guidance before I roll this Arcana check.
Please.
Big bucks, no whammies. That would be a 16 and a 4 for a dirty 20.
Yeah. So
23. I forgot to add my Arcana skill.
please, yes, please make sure that you do that. Okay. So this is a this tiger's eye pendant. What it does is it gives you advantage once per short rest on ranged spell attacks.
How did he have that?
Don't worry about it. Didn't until Ben rolled a nat 20.
Good point. Good point.
Does this require attunement?
I've never in my life cared about attunement.
Okay.
Do you want to start now?
No.
Let me tell you, you'll want to start now, or Ben and I will abuse that.
Yeah.
Okay, then yes.
I feel that we could all abuse that. Fuck,
That's
let's go. Let's fucking
fun.
let's fucking go. No attunement slots? Hell yeah.
Excellent.
No. I already fucked it up for you all. Being honest and forthright and shit. I mean, I know that Dungeons and Dragons gives a limit of like 3, but I would
Yeah.
have done the limit to like the various equipment slots, but it's too late. Now you get 3.
Ah,
I am a fan of having 3 because it limits power.
Yeah. I just
If you want a 4th attunement, stop, take Mystic Conflux.
listen, I
Or
just
be an
arbitrarily give
artificer.
enemies more health when I need to. That hell giant actually die 3 turns ago? You'll never know. He didn't. You all got him right when he was supposed to die. So does anyone else want to do anything in this space? Because it's about 9 o'clock, so we are nearing the end of the time that I'm going to hold you all hostage. If with Ben's natural 20, that's all that the hill giant had. Other than if you want to try and take his rock fists, they're way too big for you.
I think my last character would have tried to use them, but not this one.
Listen, if any of you somehow have hill giant sized fists, these are magical stone gauntlets.
I'm gonna say no.
I want to keep being a backpack.
I have regular sized fists.
I want to
what I
close the
thought.
hill giant's eyes if it still has eyes.
It's not. It does have eyelids, but it doesn't have the eyes.
Yeah.
Why'd you do that?
Oh no. And I got the feeling that it didn't want to be here either.
Suppose that's
That's
something
right,
we've got in
Shiloh.
common.
There is still behind this hill giant like 60, 70 feet of room. So if anyone wants to try and investigate that space, you're more than welcome to.
Sure. I'll
Otherwise,
13 to investigate.
I could use some healing, or can we take a rest? Because otherwise, I will not do my best.
so we are going to pretty much be. You can take a rest, but you're in a space where things might come out and try and fuck with you. So if we're going to do a long or short rest, I'm going to ask that we just do that at the top of next game. We
Sure.
get any investigation in this room out of the way because I don't want to keep you here through another thing of combat.
Sure.
Let's do it.
I also rolled a 20 on investigation.
Yeah, so there's just God Bungarn. I mean, you'd have to convince Aurora to walk back into this space.
Mm-hmm.
Even with your 120 feet of dark vision, you can see.
I'm also
there's-
glowing, which is gonna fuck up Bungarn's
Mm.
dark
there's
vision.
God Bungarn. There's so many skeletons back there.
Mm.
So many, and the bones. You're not sure, but it looks like some of them have teeth marks in them.
Yeah, Aurora, I don't feel so bad about this guy anymore.
Oh, why not? Why?
Don't worry about it.
Oh. Okay. I still feel bad though.
You can. I'm not going to. I'm going to think about my bugs some more.
Okay.
Yeah, and that's all I say to anybody.
Okay, Ben, you rolled a 13. Someone rolled a 13 to investigate.
Me, that was me.
That was you. That was you. That was you. Yeah, you notice the same thing. You notice, you
Hello,
don't see them
bones.
quite as clearly. You can't see the teeth marks on them, but there's a crap ton of. There's piles of skeletons in the back.
Well,
Might be stuff in there. You don't know, but there's a lot of bones there. This hill giant has been here for a while and has been eating people who've tried to escape for a while. Or just anyone who passed through its space that arbitrarily decided it wanted to eat because it was an undead, monstrosity.
I wonder about the efficiency of this blood sacrifice center if we're not the only ones that have made it this far.
That's kind of weird. And it is.
Ian, roll me a religion check.
Sure.
As I feared.
19.
You hear a whisper in the back of your mind, and you smell faintly, right, as if a memory from long ago, the scent of the sea. This voice says to you, "Sometimes it's fun to watch you squirm." That's where we're going to end our episode.
hey.
Don't like that.
Good lord.
Excellent.
I don't like that.
Thank you all so much for joining us for our second episode of Silly Little Guys doing silly little guy stuff. Glasgow Kiss is the actual name of our thing. My name is John. I am the underscore history underscore wizard on Instagram for the moment. I have been and will always be your dungeon daddy. You are very, very welcome. Go drink some water. Please just Around the horn in the order as best you remember it from the beginning of the episode.
My name's Jubilee, Titan of Joy on TikTok. That's all I got.
My name is Ian. Wow, it's Ian on all of the internet places, and I'm gonna plug our other stream on Trans Tales, which is Broken Divinity, which is streaming on Tuesday
Tuesday
at
at 8 p.m. Eastern.
8 p.m. Eastern. Also, check out Dungeons and D Classes, which streams over on my channel next week Sunday. And also check out Magic Isn't Real, a podcast that a member of another Trans Tales server member is involved with. It's pretty sick. It's awesome. I believe that podcast goes live on Mondays.
Does in fact go live on Mondays. It has the sickest Tony Hawk Pro Skater theme intro music that you've ever heard in your entire life. It's so good. Highly recommend it. 10 out of 10.
And as always, any donations that you make during this stream go directly to Trans Lifeline. That is direct donations or bits or subscriptions. So thank you all for your support.
Is it my turn?
Still 3 more of you. Go.
I am Critical Lens, aka Dylan. You can find me Critical Lens on TikTok, Critical Lens on Instagram, Dylan the Storymaker on Instagram. You can find me in a random crack in your house that you didn't look at for 5 years, didn't realize it was there until suddenly you noticed there's a crack in your house. Wait, there's a crack in your house? You didn't realize there was a crack in your house, but now you do, and you've got to investigate it, and there I am. Yeah.
Why
How'd you
is
get
Dylan
there?
the faceless old woman that secretly lives in all of our houses?
Because I'm the one who obsessively watches every single one of their podcasts and has their books.
Have all the Welcome to Night Vale books?
I have most of the Welcome to Night Vale books and the Alice Isn't Dead book because I'm obsessed with Alice Isn't Dead.
Amazing. Amazing. I'm re-listening to Welcome to Night Vale right now.
Hell
Ben
yeah.
or Haya, stop me from rambling.
Hi, I'm Haya. I'm Butterfly Astrophysics for now on TikTok. Good to see you all. Have a good night.
Hi, I'm Ben, Brotherhood of Evil Gays on TikTok. And yeah, you should come check out Ian and I. And we have a new player joining us on Broken Divinity on Tuesday as well. So if you want to find out who it is, you better come watch it.
Okay, bye!
I know who it is. He's really cool. Goodbye, everyone.
Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.